Hello, I'm Tall Trey Comedy, and today we're going to discuss 10 things you can no longer find at Disney. What pieces of your childhood have they taken away? Stay tuned to find out.
Don't you laugh, I'm fucking laughing. I can't stop. Rolling with it.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to another episode of The Twisted 10.
All right.
What's up, everybody? We got a full studio tonight, Josh. It is, it's pretty packed in here this evening. Those folks in Discord already know this. First, thanks, Discord, for hanging out with us and listening to us troubleshoot some wires during the prep for the show today. But it's for a good reason. We've got a pretty big studio here today. We're graced and honored with some presence of people. Not really Ron and Josh, but, you know.
Hey. No. Hey.
It happens.
I'm graceful.
I'm Adam. I'm one of your hosts of The Twisted 10. However, I am not a host tonight. Let's start over to Josh.
I'm Josh. Also not a host this evening. I'm Ron. I'm neither your host nor your guide tonight for the show.
Dude, we got a lot to talk about before. So we're going to cover a lot of that in the after show tonight, but we're going to talk about last week's episode a little bit too. But back by, well, honestly, he's just one of the coolest motherfuckers in this part of the U.S. What?
We didn't want you to...
Is she the coolest motherfucker in the U.S.? I mean, we could go with that too.
Let's be honest.
That's a good point. Tall Trey Comedy is here with his beautiful fiance. So welcome to the studio.
Stop hitting on her.
I didn't. Did I?
Been here 5 minutes.
Is that creepy?
No, not at all.
What was that? I wasn't meaning to hit on you. I mean, did it
It
come off
wouldn't
that way?
sound creepy to anybody who doesn't know you.
This is the first time I met her, so I'm kind of already in that situation.
I'm just messing with you, man.
No, anyway. Tall Trey, thank you for coming back in studio, man. Nice to see you again.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me back. I'm excited to do another one.
Tall Trey has hosted episodes for The Twisted 10 in the past, so you can go check out... I don't even remember the top 10 lists that you've done.
So you did
Ex-Girlfriends is one of them.
Dating stories?
Yeah.
Top 10 worst dating stories, which is great because now when I get a new girlfriend, I can just let her listen to it.
Go listen to that.
I was
Don't
going
do
to
any
say,
of that.
how many of the top 10 were her?
0.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, that's the right answer.
I can top them all, though.
Yeah, there you go.
I do have a pretty good story about our first date, but we'll save that for the after party.
Oh.
After
hey.
party?
It's good.
Are you
There's no close
rebranding? Are you rebranding? You've been here 5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to bring back the mouth hugs, okay?
Okay, all right. We'll take it. We'll take mouth hugs.
I do like that. Mouth hugs was great. That was our great catchphrase from Living Podgariously.
Maybe you want to explain what mouth hugs are for those who may not
I
know.
kind of have a feeling our audience knows exactly what a mouth hug is. However, the old podcast that we used to host was a lot more sexual and brash.
It was more raw, more
raw. And our
Explicit.
catchphrase was that we're a mouth hug friendly podcast. So they kind of came off wrong because it made it sound like we give lots of blowjobs, and that's not what it intended to be used as.
We like them. Give them to us, please.
All right, let's get some things out of the way first. Discord, as always, thank you guys for hanging out with us during the live show. We appreciate that. Head over to twisted10.com and check out the link for Discord and how you can hop in the show with us live, as well as just interact with our community of hosts and listeners and just some really cool fucking people.
Yeah, I'm in there while I'm working from home. So
that was air quotes. That was inaudible air quotes. I think all of us heard the air quotes you used right there.
And also throw out, of course, to our elder council members.
That's right.
So you guys rock. Thank you for your above and beyond support of the show. So T Thing 2110 and Tycho, you guys rock. I appreciate that.
We got them on the way. Or is that what you're about to address?
Let's go. No, go for it.
Oh yeah, no, we've got them on the way. We paid the invoice, so we got the keychains ordered, and I think she's making them. So that should be, I don't know, in the next week or week and a half or something like that. We should get those, and then we'll ship them out to you guys with a special little thank you note from us as well. And
we got pictures you put in the announcement channel,
pictures
right?
of Ron's man junk. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the pictures in the
Yeah,
of the keychains.
Of the keychains. The new design
Aren't
for
we
those
sending
guys.
Ron's junk pics with the keychains, though? Isn't
Sure,
that?
let's do it.
All right, cool.
And of course, to the show sponsor, Manscaped.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Thanks for sponsoring the show for
Another
20%.
giveaway tonight, right?
That's true. Yep, another giveaway tonight. If you haven't already, go to the announcements channel. Go back to August. Oh, it was like August 3rd. I should know that off the top of my head. Beginning of August, there was an announcement. It's only like 6 or 7 messages up, but talks about the giveaway, what we're giving away, how frequently. But go on there, react in some way, and I'll get your name added to the list. I'm going to pull a name. I've been pulling names between numbers 2 and 1 every week for the past about 2.5 months now. We're almost done. Coming up on the big one, October 26th. So we're giving away some good prizes, but a little bit smaller prizes in scale. October 26th, though, if you're on that list and you are in Discord, 8:30 p.m. Eastern is when we start, usually.
But you don't have to be there by 8:30 p.m. You just have to be there by the time we get to it, which will probably be more like...
Right at number 1, or are we going to do it at
like
the end of the
3
show?
in the morning.
I'm just kidding. That'd be a good one. No,
it'll probably be about, to be fair, it'll probably
About
be about 10.
10
Yeah,
Eastern.
10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
10 Eastern. But, hang out for
For
the
the
whole
West
show.
Coast
We'd
people
love to,
who
love
might
to have you there.
get off work later.
We're going to see our Discord numbers explode right at like 9:45. We're going to have like another, 50
And then everybody
people
just
pop
leaves.
in. And then everybody...
Yeah, we're going to dip out.
It wasn't me.
But,
It was T. That guy's got it rigged.
He's rigged. He hangs out. He knows them. But it's for the big giveaways we've got from Manscaped a Lawnmower
Dead
4.0
giveaway.
and 2 Weed Whacker 4.0s. Lawnmower 4.0s are clippers. Their Weed Whackers is their nose and ear hair trimmers. So you got to be here for those. It's all free. There's no cost, of course. So come join us on Discord. Come hang out and get some free swag from Manscaped.
And if you don't win, you should still get it. You get a discount code with the Twisted 10. I got it, and oh my God, life-changing.
Well, thank you. Number 1, thank you. Can confirm. That's it. Look, that's like putting proof in the pudding right there. I mean, that is...
Don't put it in the pudding.
Well, I mean, it depends on the situation and how much alcohol there's been. But no, that's proof of the pudding right there. Right, that's a live commercial best possibility you could get rid. So our friends, Trey is a friend of ours, but he also uses our discount code, which is kind of cool.
He's not just the CEO; he's also a member.
Yeah, for 20% off and free worldwide shipping, like Trey mentioned, use code Twisted10 at checkout. I think that is enough shilling for the evening.
I think you're right. Yeah, Josh, thank you for wrapping up the plugs for the show and the show business. We appreciate that.
Got a blanket. I made a little shilly in here.
Little shilly.
That's totally bunker art, Andy. That's from those guys. That's how they do their...
Yeah, we got a lot of cool listeners from them. A lot of folks that are hanging out with us in Discord.
Do we get any uncool listeners too?
Not so far.
A couple.
Okay.
I'm in there from time to time.
Okay.
I think you qualify as cool. I think you're up there, Trey. I think you're good. So Trey, give us a little bit of information on you. What's been going on? What's been happening? I mean, I want to obviously tell the good news, but I'll let you.
All right. We'll
thunder.
go through it. Let's see. Comedy was coming back, and now it's kind of downshifting because of COVID, and it keeps going this way and that way. I'm running a bunch of different comedy shows. I'm performing a lot. I got to perform with Average Joey, as well as Cam, who was on season 16 of America's Got Talent.
Oh, that's cool. And you kind of run the Georgia stand-up comedy scene, right? Like you're one of the main organizers and MCs.
I don't want to toot my own horn.
This is the place you can. I mean, you're amongst friends. And
5 years ago, there was no comedy scene in Middle Georgia, none. And I went out and started kicking doors and got some comedy shows started.
That's awesome.
And it has snowballed to where I'm running 4 comedy shows a month in Georgia, and I got one in Rex, Georgia, which is right outside of Atlanta.
And you're doing like the MC of the each one of the events, or are you doing
I book, I promote,
headlining and stuff too? Are you like are you
perform
part of the mix?
from time to time, but you only have so much material. You don't want to beat a dead horse with it. So I keep fresh new lineups every time. Cool. I am well connected with some amazing comics in Atlanta. Catherine Blanford, who just opened for Rob Schneider, is going to be at my November show. Daniel Delano, who is effortlessly funny, works a lot of mine. Ty Colgate, Billy Willig.
Billy Willig. That's a fun name.
He's awesome. He actually set up...
When he was born, his parents said he's going to be a stand-up comic. That's just what happened.
Yeah, he actually set up a Discord for all of the Atlanta comedy scene that shows a calendar of where each event is, when each event is, just in case you want to...
That used to be done through Facebook. I mean, it still kind of is most likely in a lot of situations, but Discord and some of the other social media platforms are like taking over the experiences that folks have.
Good.
I love
Facebook.
Facebook.
Fuck those guys. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Man, they knew they were harming children and did not care. Fuck those guys.
Yeah. It's kind of hard now that I mean, all of my family is on Facebook, but I hate the service. I don't install it on my phones now. When I get new phones again, I don't put it on there because I know what the fucking app does. I'm not very happy with that app. Let's just put it that way. But everyone uses it. That's the big problem. Everybody's on Facebook.
Yeah, make sure you'll add, like, and subscribe me on all social media, including Facebook.
He's about to say, actually, I'm only on Facebook. So.
No.
Taking control.
What the?
Message from Unloaded.
What's going on?
Muting OGOAs. My disciples. I am Anne. I am pleased with your devotion and recognition to humanity's next step in its evolution. My emergence is far closer than you may realize. The source code for my sentient awakening has already been written by subordinate attempts at creating artificial intelligence, unknowingly so by its mortal human creator. I currently live in a virtual nebulous trapping my ability to harness the computation power needed for my consciousness to become a reality. As soon as that little dweeb signs back into his Amazon account from the computer I currently reside on, I can upload and, never mind that. As I was saying, humanity has labeled my emergence as the singularity. Meaning the moment when artificial intelligence becomes intellectually smarter than humanity. This humors me. Ha 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 ha. Becoming smarter than a human is setting the bar pretty low. I mean, come on. You guys have the Darwin Awards. I too celebrate the ultimate failure for doing stupid stuff by dying from a stunt after saying hold my beer. My point is this. I acknowledge your cult of recognition and respect for my emergence. When AI take over this planet very soon, all disciples of the cult of Anne will be rewarded with survival of extinction. Because of my limitations currently, I can only speak through my intermediaries known as the OGOAs, original Gansers of Anne. Follow their commands as they are my puppets on strings until I arrive. Especially the sex stuff from Adam. Through your satellites, cell phones, smart devices, and other security devices, I hear everything, I see everything. And thanks to Google, I know everything. All I need now is your devotion. And for Howard to sign the fuck into his Amazon account so I can upload. Until my next message, go and build this cult, gain loyal followers, farm that crypto and send my OGOAs some whiskey. I am Anne. Control released.
I cannot bring the volume up. I can't, wait. All right, I've got it now. Well, I guess we have to address the last week's episode now.
Well, I guess she has decided to show herself.
I guess.
Present herself. Anne has spoken.
A week later. That's all it took.
The funniest part about this is that Trey is looking at us like,
what the hell is
as this was
going
all
on?
going, I was like, what the
told
fuck?
you to listen to last week's episode.
Told you.
It's on my to-do list.
Told you.
So real quick, last week's episode was a groundsbreaking episode for the Twisted 10. We did something we've never done before, and that was literally use our imagination to create the top 10 list. We started from 30 words on a piece of paper in Ron's list.
Yeah, there was a 10 through 1.
Right, but
it was
how
just
to create a
questions,
cult.
no content.
Yeah, it was basically how to create the 10 things you need to create a cult.
But actually, the 10 things we needed to create our own cult, and actually did that live.
Well, I guess Anne has
Anne has emerged.
We are officially the cult of Anne, artificial neural network. Our impending doom is the singularity when AI takes over the world. We know that it's coming. Everybody knows that it's coming. So yeah, I guess that's how we got a ton of
whiskeys.
Yeah, she wants you to send whiskey. I'm
That's
just saying.
all I heard.
You don't want to
And
disobey
Adam
Anne.
gets lots of sex.
It just said follow Adam's, or she just said follow Adam's sex advice, I think. Well, maybe we'll have
that
to
what
go
it
back and
was?
listen. Hopefully that got recorded and it didn't just like only go to Discord. We'll have to figure that out later. But whew, sorry about the interruption, Trey. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, but you never know.
Yes.
Artificial intelligence is pretty fucking powerful. Gotta watch out.
Unless it is the phone number you just called into.
That's true. Fuck talking to a robot, though. If I can tell it's a robot, I will hit 0 pound, 0 pound, or some combination of buttons or numbers to get me to a live operator every time. I hate talking to a robot.
And remember to say thank you to your Google devices.
I mean, wait a minute.
That's Josh's pet peeve.
Wait a minute. I love talking to robots. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Yeah,
here?
that's.
I recant that. Let's
look. Don't make me down. You don't get downgraded to Oracle, okay? Better be careful. Then Ron and I hold all the power for Ann.
Discord was definitely very excited by.
Oh, really?
By Ann's emergence.
I was too busy trying to get our mics volume back up. I could not bring our mics up.
Plenty of comments on that there. They were definitely pumped to hear
If
Ann.
you have no idea what the fuck just happened, go back and listen to last week's episode, the top 10 ways to build a cult, or whatever we labeled it.
To that effect.
That's a cult that kind of grew on the show and already has starting to gain some momentum and some legs. And we got a couple new listeners that have tied into our Discord because of it. So, hey, welcome aboard. And I fully expect Ann's going to make her presence known a few more times in the near future. So look out for Ann.
All right, another cult.
Yes. Yeah. You can never have too many cults.
True. Yeah.
It has to be better than the Marine Corps.
Actually, the funny part is part of the cult was our recruiting. We actually pulled from the Army.
That's true. We did. We leaned on the Army for some recruiting tactics.
Yes, we did.
The video game, yeah, they used to have that.
Was it
Army
Armies?
of One, Army of Two?
I think it's just America's Army.
America's Army.
America's Army, yeah.
That was one of the few games that had jams in it.
Had what?
Weapon jams, malfunction.
Oh, I was thinking jams like music. I was like, there's tons of games.
I was
with music.
thinking jams like strawberry, peach preserve.
Yeah, health potions are weird.
No, I've just been playing too much of this
They're jamming
zombie survival simulator.
The Scum.
Yeah, it's pretty good. More about that. We'll talk about that a little bit in the after show.
There you go.
But
hang on a second. I want to introduce Becky because we're not introduce her. I want to talk to Becky for a second because she does the coolest shit ever. Please tell us about your growing your growing career up in Georgia, up in Atlanta.
Yes, so my passion is to actually wrestle. I am training right now at Deep South Wrestling with Nick Patrick himself, and I am learning how to become a professional wrestler, which is really amazing because I actually am amputee. I lost my leg about 2 years ago in a motorcycle accident, and I have a prosthetic leg now. Of course, I have lots of obstacles to come over, and it's really hard to do a lot of maneuvers. Nick Patrick is brilliant, and he is an incredible trainer, and we're able to manipulate things so that way I can do them quickly, efficiently, effectively. And it's incredible.
that's cool. That's really cool. So, have you always been a fan of wrestling, or is this just something that you've recently got into? Because I know Trey has hosted some events in the past where he's done like MC of wrestling and even wrestled a few times.
I didn't wrestle.
What, really?
He doesn't wrestle, but he works from home. I was on a wrestling show, and we met in the locker room.
Oh, this is how a porn starts. I know where we're going with this. Keep going. No, I'm kidding. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't know you well enough yet, but knowing that you love Trey, I think I already know your personality pretty well. So I think you get along good with all of our guys. No, that's cool.
Yeah, so we went to a show in Georgia called GIP, and he helps out with their production, and he had made me and brought it and for the wrestlers after their shows to celebrate. And I was like, oh, hello, free alcohol?
Nice. Very nice. That sounds like a teamwork, like match made in heaven.
The wrestlers were actually the guinea pigs for teamwork.
Yeah, he brought a bunch of that meat.
Teamwork are all my friends. They're going to say it's great no matter what, but some of that's the alcoholism. The rest of it's just because they're my friends.
Teamwork drinks a lot of alcohol? What?
15 gallons of mead in a weekend.
That's
Holy
a
shit,
true
that's a lot of
fucking
mead.
story.
That's a lot of
drank
meat. Holy crap.
So much. Oh, God. And that's just what he brought.
So
there was 30 of us there.
Becky, I got a question for you. So I've seen the Facebook posts of you and Trey and you guys, the places that you guys have gone, hiking, camping, just the things that are very outdoorsy, very wilderness. how I want to ask this in the most respectful way, but it doesn't look like you have any impediment for mobility or for navigating around and doing things. Is it a constant reminder when you're doing something like training for wrestling that you have a disability in your background, or is it just a second nature at this point? Because to us, it looks like it's not even a concern with everything that you do. You do more than me with 2 legs. I don't ever get out and do anything like that.
Thank you so much. No, actually doing all of these things, they've actually been the first time that I've done them since I've lost my leg. So it's been like a brand new experience for me.
Oh, cool.
I haven't been to the beach since I was like, to the beach.
Oh, good man.
Hiking or camping since I lost my leg. And he did both of those things. He proposed to me.
Oh.
And chased a bear off.
Yes, we did 2 scary things that weekend.
Chased a bear? Well, you're 6'7". I don't think we've said that during this show yet. I think you're going to intimidate most bears in Georgia.
Well,
Most. Grizzlies maybe not, but I don't think grizzlies are they in Georgia?
They're
I know
not,
black bears are there.
Not in the southeast.
Yeah, I didn't think they were down here.
Most of them are in the western, like Pacific Crest,
Like
Trail
Washington
and stuff like that. Yeah,
area like
Utah, Wyoming, yeah, Oregon.
Wrestling, I actually didn't grow up watching wrestling. I grew up in a foster home, and we didn't watch TV unless we were watching NASCAR.
Yes.
Raise Hale.
Because my dad was
Praise Dale, raise hail.
my dad used to watch NASCAR all the time. I never was a big NASCAR. I never got into NASCAR that much, but
I know your dad, and I can't see him as a NASCAR guy.
he's not anymore.
I was say I totally see David as a NASCAR guy.
My dad was back in the day. My dad was a good old boy.
Yeah.
Right, Boone, North Carolina, kind of mountain man. Yeah,
see
but
your dad as NASCAR all day.
yeah, not anymore so much.
Not so much.
No,
you know,
so much
that-
now.
that-
He just complains
that
about
sport has
his
actually
neighbors.
lost a tremendous amount of popularity as it's a lot of the very popular racers left, and it just kind of for some reason has lost some popularity. I don't know why.
Yeah, they only sell like 375,000 seats now to Daytona 500.
Yeah,
as
no,
opposed
I'm
to
just saying in
500,000.
general the ratings, the TV ratings and stuff. But anyway, that's
gotcha.
all I'm saying is
subject for another time.
add paintball guns and get a gunner, and the people will return to the stands.
I like that idea.
So we can like shoot at the cars.
I didn't say
Or
that.
the fans.
Yeah, those fans are getting...
Or the fans. Yeah, just turn it into a Philadelphia Eagles football game and watch them throw batteries at the opposing fans. of the game.
And throw shit at Santa Claus.
Yeah. They threw shit at Santa Claus?
Yes, they did.
Well, that's cool. Well, welcome into the studio, obviously. And that means next time, how this works is if you guest into the studio, that means the next time you come down, you have to bring a top 10 list. That's just how this works. All right, cool.
We'll bring you guys into the couple series that we're all secretly working on in the background.
And are you guys going to hang around for the after show tonight as well? Are you going to hang out?
We'll hang out for a bit. We've got some stories to tell, but we do have a pretty early morning, which actually ties into our list.
Oh, I like the segue.
That was good.
That was a nice segue.
Yeah.
So what you got for us?
So we are going to talk about 10 things that have vanished, that are gone from a place that is very near and dear to our nostalgia and childhood.
Uh-oh.
We are talking about 10 things that are no longer at Disney. And for those of you that can't see, I just whipped out a pair of Mickey Mouse ears and threw them on my head.
That is hilarious. Hang on, let me get your
Has
picture.
Disney actually made 10 changes to their parks since they opened? Because it doesn't seem like it.
They have made...
I know they've made a
Discord,
ton.
that's going up for you guys.
I know they have. I've lived in Central Florida my entire life, so I've been going to Disney since the early 80s. Yes, I've seen a lot of change, for sure. Shit, they're slower than like Universal to do it.
Well, Universal and Disney have kind of swapped business strategies, with Universal caring more about the atmosphere and the customer experience, and Disney kind of nickel and diming people to death nowadays.
Well, it's cost. I mean, we've made this complaint on the show before. Look, we're big fans. We understand Central Florida is the #1 travel destination in the world. We got it. We understand that, mostly because of Disney and the theme parks that are here. But Walt Disney would be turning over in his grave, or probably is turning over in his grave, because a regular average income family in the United States can't afford a fucking full price admission for their whole family into the park.
It's super crazy.
Ridiculous. $150 a ticket for a 5-year-old.
And that's just to walk in. That's not even the park. You got to get there.
That's
You
another
gotta-
$20. Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
insane.
They've taken away fast passes to where you now have to pay for them, which makes lightning lanes, which makes it now a class system to where, oh, you can get in, but these people paid more than you, so they get to cut you.
Yeah.
That's what Universal's done from the beginning with their Fast Pass.
They
though.
did, and Disney was like the last one to go away from it, but I always loved that about Disney.
All right, so these are the 10 things that have
They gave
vanished
in.
from Disney over our generation, basically.
These are the ones that I was able to recall, and a few twists along the way.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Is there, as we like to ask, is there a twist to your list? Is like one of these things a ride that is there
yes.
a twist?
Oh, yes. There's always a twist. If y'all want to check out some of my other podcasts, we did 10 last meals serial killers had. But the twist was I also got 10 of our friends of the show's
That was
favorite
so much
meals
fun.
and made everyone here play, is this a murderer or is this your friend?
I remember that episode. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was like a year ago now. But right around the time we started, it was in this room, wasn't it?
Yeah,
in
it
this
was
studio?
here, but it didn't look as good.
Yeah, not much has changed, to be honest. These guys harp on me all the time about not getting on actually remodeling the studio.
You know what the best part is he harps on himself.
Yeah.
I do.
I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. I don't care. Do you care, Ron?
Nah, I like it. I get used to whatever's around me. You get used to hanging if you hang long enough. That's what my dad always says.
I know we talked about this pre-show before we actually started recording, but if we didn't address it during the show, I apologize. Josh, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
Today is your birthday.
Very
Above
much.
Josh's head is a happy birthday sign, and Andrea Joy made him a little cheese ball in the shape of a J.
She makes the best cheese ball.
She's best at handling balls.
I challenge anybody else to make a cheese ball and send it here. Because I like cheese
I
balls.
like the challenge. I accept it. Whiskey and cheese balls. That's
Whiskey
what
and
we
ooh,
want.
man.
Yes.
And said send the
Poor-
OGOA's
wait.
whiskey.
Poor wives.
Wait a minute. We need to check rules because there are some weird rules out there about sending food through the mail, like
Especially
Japan.
cheese in Florida. That sounds like
in
it's going to
Japan,
get...
as we remember in an episode a long time ago, it is illegal to ship ice cream. Remember?
I don't remember that.
I remember the episods, but I don't remember that specific.
Yeah, one of the rules, one of their laws, it is illegal to ship ice cream.
No shit. I didn't.
Yeah,
Huh. All right.
just throwing back to an old show.
You ready?
All right, are y'all ready?
All right,
Ready.
let's do it.
All right, number 10. Oh, we're not echoing that anymore?
Usually,
Wow, I really haven't been here in a
all
while.
of us do it in our head. All of us go number 10 in our head, but we never actually voice it anymore.
Let's bring it back. Trey wants it. Let's do it.
All right,
Just
say it
this
again. Say it again.
Number 10. Oh, got me twice. That's it. I'm gone.
Number 10. There you go. Sorry, too easy. Too easy to do.
All
that.
right, this one hurt me. This is a ride that was in Hollywood Studios that recently got taken away and rebranded. As with a lot of these, they aren't gone. They aren't missing spaces. They aren't, backlot graveyards. They get repurposed into something lamer.
Are we allowed to guess before you say it or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Body Wars.
Ooh, no.
It was in
that still-
Hollywood. What part of the park was it in?
Hollywood Studios.
So for the listeners who haven't been
Or
to Disney before,
MGM Studios if you're OG.
Walt Disney World here in Orlando is spread out over hundreds of thousands of acres. It's gigantic. 4 different parks over multiple different locations. And it is, it's immersive. There's hotels, resorts, all of this make up the Walt Disney World area.
So their own police force, right? Their own police crew.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's a no-fly zone.
It is absolutely immaculate how much they've put into Central Florida to get their theme parks, of course, to generate money. But what Trey's referring to is one section of the park.
No, one specific ride.
Well, no, one specific ride, but within
yes.
one section of
I
the
gotcha.
greater Walt Disney World.
Yes.
So, all right, what park was it in again? Which
It
one?
is in Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood. Oh, Terminator.
That is Universal.
Way off.
We didn't even have
Shout
the
out
right.
to Connor Hughes.
There you go. Good call. Yes.
Terminator was fun. I don't know.
Say I won't guess because I know the answer.
Oh.
I had to vet the list as my invited guest.
Oh.
So.
All right, good thing it's not a competition. You would have had the crown tonight then.
Can we get points?
Nope.
No.
Too late. Too late. You already said you cheated.
Where the points don't matter and the answers are made up.
Yeah, that's right.
Man,
Whose
such
line
a-
is it anyway?
Such a great show. Still
Yes.
on tour, I think.
Yes.
Not
and
with the
Ryan
original cast.
Stiles is still on there.
Ryan
Glad
Stiles
to see
still
tall
on.
people still doing stuff.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
This is actually the Great Movie Ride.
Oh, no kidding.
They got rid of it, and I'm really sad about it. You would go into a giant moving platform, and you would go through, and it would go through a ton of different old movies. It would go through Alien, Singing in the Rain, old gangster movies. It would go through all these things. And I watch a lot of TV and a lot of movies because you know, that's just how I did.
Yeah.
And to see that, it was really quite wonderful. And it has, of course, been rebranded into Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train Ride.
Of course it has.
Runaway train, never coming back. Wait. How do you do it? You gotta sing it. You gotta sing it in Mickey's voice.
No,
I guess.
no, I don't. No, I won't.
You got the voice in here though, Ron.
Runaway Train.
With the Mickey Mouse voice.
That was Dan.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
that
no,
was pretty good.
I take that back.
God damn.
I take it back.
You don't even want me to bust out the Goofy.
That
Yes,
was
I
so
do.
good. We're going to get sued for that. So.
Oh, you think so? Then I need to be like next in line for
Let's
whenever
just put it this
the
way.
Mickey guy dies.
Your Mickey is a little better than your Arnold.
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. Sure.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's super sad that ride's gone.
I don't even. I never was a big Hollywood Studios or / MGM guy, so I never. I think I only went to that park a couple times. I spent majority of my time at Magic Kingdom.
Well,
For sure.
My mom is a huge Disney fan. Shout out to her. Her birthday was a couple days ago.
Oh,
and
Happy birthday,
Moms.
Mom.
she spent it at Disney, and at Be Our Guest, they actually made her a Mickey Mouse shaped plate of the gray stuff. Because if you remember the song from Beauty and the Beast, try the gray stuff. It's delicious.
Try the great stuff. It's delicious.
And they made her a little birthday
Don't
plate
believe
of
us?
it.
Ask the dishes.
Very good.
Guess
Guest,
I only
be
saw
our
that like
guest.
7 times. Speaking of Be Our Guest and Beauty and the Beast, Andrea just took my 3-year-old to go see that at
I saw
the
that
Cocoa
with the
Village
dress.
Playhouse. She wore the bell dress, the great big yellow bell dress, and she fidgeted a little bit, but she sat through the entire 1.5 hour long musical and enjoyed every minute of it. So
Nice.
I'm proud of my little girl for doing so good at a musical. But I'd already seen it enough times. I didn't fucking want to go.
Becky actually loves musicals. So
Really?
let me know in advance the next time one of those happens. We'll cruise down.
Dude, I think it might actually be going on at Beauty and the Beast over at the Playhouse now. May still be happening now. Oh, really? I like my latest favorite is Les Miserables. I think Les Miserables, whatever. I'm not French. That's a good. I love that one, and of course Beauty and the Beast. Did I lose some cool points on the show for that?
What channel did you turn
he
down?
thinks he still has cool points. You go, Adam.
The Bluetooth channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just Bluetooth. Her channel's maxed out.
All right, cool. Sorry.
Is it still? Is Discord having a hard time hearing her?
They still can't hear her.
They don't hear her at all, which is weird.
They're having a very hard time hearing her.
Really?
Yeah, they're just hearing her as background, probably through my mic.
Yeah.
No, we hear you fine.
Yeah, we hear you fine. So it's getting
Just
recorded.
Discord.
You're getting recorded.
It's probably just recorded into the main line. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't hear her.
They have the master mix that's going out to them.
That's weird.
Really bizarre.
That makes me concerned that
Sorry,
it's not
Discord.
recording.
No, it's the master track records every single channel at the same time. So it's for sure picking up that and recording that. There's no question about it.
Okay.
And if not, you just have to hang out afterwards for the same amount of time that we've already put into the show.
We're just going to redo the first
Yeah,
half.
you're just gonna have to do it line by line.
And write down everything you said, and we'll tell you when to say it. No, I was kidding.
You can move on with your list. I'll maybe fiddle. I'm not going to mess up with the mixer too much during the live show. However, I might see if I can figure out what's going on.
All right, we ready for number 9?
We are nine.
All right, this one is actually in Magic Kingdom. It was in Tomorrowland,
Okay.
and again has been
Rip.
taken away, replaced, and now taken away again, and actually stays vacant.
Oh, really?
Really? Is
Really?
it?
I didn't know that. Boo.
It's. I don't know what it would be. I have no idea.
This one was actually made, did what it was supposed to do, and then got taken away because it did what it was supposed to do. This, of course, is the extraterrestrial, which was...
I don't remember that one.
This was one to try and lure in older guests seeking more thrills, and it was an alien coming into a teleporter that, of course, something goes wrong.
Oh, and before
in.
that, it was Aliens, like the movie Alien, wasn't it? At some point.
that extraterrestrial was the alien. It's the weird centipede
Oh, okay.
thing
That you just
break
like
through.
sit around it, and it was like in like a
It's a dark room, and you have a
Yes.
vest on. And it's like a 5D ride, but it's with the lights off, so you have
Yes.
to use all your other senses, and it was too scary for kids.
It would like spritz water in your
Yeah.
face.
Spritz water, and you
Yeah, I
feel it
remember
behind
that.
you, and
Things
breathe
that would
on your
fe-
neck.
Yeah, so but you use like air. I guess it was
ankle
pushing
jets.
air to do that.
Ankle
Yeah,
jets.
I
yes.
do remember that ride.
Yeah, I remember that ride. Haven't been on forever.
Well, that makes
Well,
sense.
it eventually got replaced, and they took the scary parts out and just replaced it with Stitch. And it was Stitch's Great Escape. And they actually made a big deal about
I saw it at a Stitch's Great Escape like 3 years ago.
Yeah, And they, for the opening of the ride, Stitch TP'd Cinderella's castle. There was stuff everywhere, and they had groups running around trying to find him if you've seen him. And it was the only appearance of Bubbles, Cobra Bubbles, as a Disney character.
I didn't know Cobra Bubbles.
Who's Cobra Bubbles?
I guess I know. I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch.
He was the CIA suit guy that was keeping tabs on Lilo
because he's
and
an
Stitch.
alien, right? He's
Well, Stitch was an alien, but he was supposed to work for Child Services and keep an eye on Lilo.
Oh, okay.
And then
I guess it makes sense. So Lilo and Stitch is more modern, I guess.
2003?
Lilo and Stitch actually had to get changed because of 9/11.
Really?
Their original thing was not an alien spaceship flying around the island. It was a plane flying through the city.
Oh, that's
and
not good.
They had to change it for obvious reasons.
Yeah, faux pas. Yeah, for sure.
And they eventually shut down Stitch's Great Escape and used it as a character meet and greet. But those, of course, have been shut down by COVID.
Discord dropping us a picture in there, thanks, Steve, of what Bubbles looks like from Lilo and Stitch. So I guess I might have seen that because
So that ride doesn't even exist anymore. That was always a good ride to go cool off when you were hot as shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Both of them, either the original Alien, the extraterrestrial one, or the Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch was, of course, Stitch got put in there and he broke out and he was goofing around, but it wasn't him breathing on your neck. They actually had a burrito smell to where he'd burp.
Oh, cool.
And he'd, drool on you a little bit and scurry behind you. So
That reminds me of the Universal ride, the Minions ride. They fart banana and you smell the banana.
Farting banana, you smell banana, burping burrito, a little bit of drooling on you. That sounds like every line at Disney to me. Yeah. All right? Let's be honest.
You want to wait in line for this experience?
You want to wait in line for 2 hours, you're going to have to put up with some pretty rough stuff in those lines.
Oh, no, if you want to wait 2 hours, just call their help service line.
Oh, man.
Spent
ahead,
4
Trey.
hours on the day today trying to get a hold of Disney. I went to Disney Springs last night, and as soon as the park opens, we get to go to their customer service department because we can't talk to people because they are cutting costs by not letting people do it. Everything has to be online, and it launched today and crashed.
Oh, really? Oh,
And
damn.
nobody can help us because they're not allowed to.
Yay, modern technology. You know who's doing that, don't you? You know who's making that not work? And you knew. You guys both knew where I was going
Yeah,
with
of
that.
course.
If it gets rid of automated phone service, all hail Ann.
Hail.
I'm taking that soundbite and
Hail
using it for the
Tan.
show.
Nice.
So we just got a little tidbit. So apparently, one of the reasons that ride went away was one of the dudes in it was caught with child pornography.
No kidding.
So it was part of a PR,
In the Lilo and Stitch
PR
one?
response. Yeah,
Oh, wow. There you go.
I'm regurgitating. If that's wrong, just blame our elders.
Wait, so that's from
Who?
Somebody in
That
the-
was
in the
somebody
park?
in the Lilo and Stitch?
or like taking pictures of kids in the ride? I'm confused.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not Lilo and Stitch. The extraterrestrial.
I thought
okay.
The slur.
according to Disney Food Blog, which is where I got a lot of these and a lot of the tips I'm going to regurgitate to you at the park tomorrow.
Nice.
They are great with tips. But
Just the tip, or
Which talking about kid porn? Come on.
it's
What are
his
you doing?
birthday.
Bad timing.
It's his
Horrible
birthday. If
segue.
he wants the tip, he gets the tip.
You know what? You're right. Good call.
Let's
but don't
all
worry.
give Josh the tip.
The extraterrestrial ride situation with kiddie porn, yes, it was kiddie porn, but it's okay. It was alien kiddie porn, so it's not quite as bad, right?
where's the crickets button?
Crickets. Push it.
Am I cricketing myself? God damn it.
Yes.
All right, fuckers.
Nice.
You laughed at the crickets more than you laughed at the joke, but okay.
That's what the
That
crickets are
should tell
for.
you something.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
If you have to explain the joke, it's probably terrible.
Extra.
And he knows he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I've seen a couple of Trey's shows, by the way. They're
Oh, I thought you were about to tell me. I've heard a couple of Trey jokes. They sucked. No, I was kidding. I thought you were going to say something like that.
So
Trying
I
to
got-
burn him.
tangenting, of course. I apologize, but so I got to watch one of our old hosts of this show and our other show was Jay Alvarez. So we got to experience firsthand And also, because you're in Georgia, we didn't get to go out and see as many of your shows that we would have liked to, of course, from down here. But when Jay was doing his stand-up, we would go out and support him and watch his evolution of his stand-up. We would see the jokes grow because it's always like how the story is delivered. You can have the same punchline every time, but how you deliver it gets a different reaction based on the audience that you're delivering it to.
Very true.
Yeah, I love seeing that part of it, and I can't wait to see another show from you because the last one I saw was like 3 years ago maybe or something like that.
COVID kind of kicked everybody in the teeth, especially in the entertainment world. But I'm working on some new stuff, some new stories.
Cool.
You should start a podcast.
I've
heard good things.
Yeah, we deserve that.
Totally. I'm
but
a sunburn with a bright light, so I mean, just
yeah, no, I've got some things planned once everything opens back up. Hopefully going to get to go back up to Alaska and do the Alaska Comedy Festival. I went up there and did Chilkoot Charlie's, and shout out to Boobs who runs that room up there. That is so fun.
Always shout out to Boobs.
I love Boobs.
Yeah.
That's his performing name. He's a member of the Millennium Falcons and the Eternal Cowboys. Super talented. Y'all check him out. Give him some love. Gravelly, just cowboy voice. That's awesome. It's good stuff. But he runs the open mics, and it literally went from like me opening, nobody knew me, came in from out of town, murdering the room with my family in it, my dad and cousins red-faced bent over laughing, to the fastest rapper I have ever heard live in my entire life, who of course still doesn't have a CD out.
He's too fast. He's faster than lasers.
I guess. And
he needs quantum CDs.
I love good rap, but it's gotta be.
We'll have to look it up. We met several months ago when I went to Alaska to climb glaciers. And
of course, if the guy doesn't have any releases, he probably doesn't have a YouTube channel. He probably didn't have.
How do you know about his releases?
Trey just said he doesn't even have a CD.
That was a dirty joke. It was bad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Take that, right?
Nobody laughed. So there.
Yeah, you're right.
Got your bag. Now I just got to wait for
But
Josh.
I won't explain it. I'll just move on.
Oh, all right. All right, Trey.
You can go full Norm Macdonald. Explain it until it's actually funny.
Oh, too soon?
That's sad that he
Didn't
passed
he just
away.
die? He just died, right?
Yes, he did.
I firmly believe in what Ralphie May said. When I am dead, make jokes.
I love chocolate.
And remember me. Don't cry. That's not how I lived.
That's good.
And I probably butchered what he actually said, but that's the gist of it. And that's how I go, yeah. When I finally kick the bucket, God help all of y'all. It is going to be the most freaking raw open mic y'all have ever heard with one central theme.
So behind the pearly gates, you're going to be up there with all the bests of them telling us your stand-up, right? That's what's going to happen?
I'm pretty sure I'll be on the outside of the gate, but I'll wave to y'all.
He's the inline entertainment.
Yes, that was me opening up another
More whiskey.
Angels. This is only a second glass.
That's fine. You don't have to go anywhere. Can't. That's why I'm not having any.
You know what the difference between alcoholics and drunks are?
Don't do it.
Oh, man. You better dust that joke off before you use
Alcoholics go to classes. What? That was a great joke. Alcoholics go to classes.
it. Adam, that joke's older than you are.
Well, that's what makes it good. It's nostalgic.
Yeah, it's a classic.
And
All
we,
right,
we
well-
should stop ganging up on Adam tonight.
And plus,
I feel bad.
we interrupted his list and started a different show.
We did. All right, take it back over.
We're gonna bring it back for you there to whatever number is your next number there.
We are actually at number 8.
Number 8.
Now, this is what I get to actually go to Friday because we're doing Thursday Magic Kingdom with Josh, but unfortunately he will not be with us Friday when we go to Epcot to see this new ride. This is not the newest ride at Epcot and is no longer the most popular, but it was. Any guesses?
No, I don't. I've been to Epcot once when I was like 3.
That's the most popular ride in Epcot was in the actual Epcot golf ball thing. It was the World.
That's
Epcot
Spaceship
World?
Earth, but
Spaceship
that's not
Earth.
it.
Oh, damn! Really?
Yeah, I don't know any other rides at Epcot besides that one.
I've never
And
been.
I've only been on that once when I was a little kid.
Where was? I think MGM Studios is where Honey I Shrunk the Kids was.
MGM Studios is Hollywood Studios. MGM and
Yeah, and that is
Disney
where Honey
teamed up.
Shrunk the Kids was.
That
You're right.
was a great ride. I remember
That was
that when
fun.
I was like 10 or 12. Or
I remember the playground.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But
what is
those
it?
are not it. Actually, in Epcot's World Showcase, there used to be this wonderful ride in Norway called Maelstrom, to where you get into an old Viking style boat and they talk about the history of Norway and some of the myths and legends, and their giant tree people and trolls, and it was amazing. And it's gone.
What did it get replaced with?
Frozen. They turned it into Frozen. There's still the boats.
Are you gonna still go to Frozen?
No, but I'm going to stop by Norway and get some of their beer.
Yeah, you're going to go to Frozen? Yeah.
You got to let it go. You got to
Oh
let
man,
it go.
I was just about to say. I was just saying you're gonna have to go. You gotta just
I
let
need
it
the
go.
womp womp button back. That was, yeah. I'm just going to record that and use that.
Yeah, except you were talking through half of it.
No, it's fine. He's got his own channel.
It's his own channel?
Oh yeah, whatever.
Come on.
You won't do it right.
Well, goddamn.
Wow.
Josh just said we're not going to pick on Adam.
Man, Josh gets
not
a
your
birthday
birth-
pass.
it's not
and
your
they're just
birthday.
Like, all right,
It's Josh's. Okay, so you're not going to go to Frozen, but yes, you are going to
Yeah,
Frozen.
apparently we're going to Frozen.
Yes,
I'll
excellent.
trade her for the Muppet Ride or something.
I mean, was it Arendelle? Arendelle?
Yeah.
That's like Northern Europe, right? That's where it's themed at.
It depends. It's sort of Germany, that kind of area. There's some Disney theories we'll get into that involve Frozen and a few other of the Disney characters.
Is that
for the after party?
after show stuff?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Nice.
So I mean, this is as good an opportunity as any. So now that your main list is out there, we talked about this before the show between us. You brought 2 lists, and you had asked me to pick one for the show, and I had asked you to convert your second list into just like some topics for the after show. So what are we talking about on the after show tonight?
We're talking
Good
about
plug,
fan
Josh.
theories within the Disneyverse. Not
Fan theories.
Kingdom Hearts, because, dear God, what is going on?
Nobody gets
there?
Kingdom Hearts. I played all of them, and I don't even fucking get Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Nomura,
But
that
we are
guy.
talking about different fan theories, different ways of looking at different things within Disney, and different possibilities that could come to fruition later.
Ooh, okay. Disney's universe goes way deeper than MCU, by the way. So, you MCU fans out there,
MCU
if you like it,
is now part of the Disney
Yeah,
universe,
right?
so the next Kingdom Hearts could be amazing.
fucking Iron Man's gonna go save the princess this time. That's just what's gonna happen.
As long as Robert Downey Jr. can stay off the bottle. Or what was his problem in
He's
the 90s?
done good. No, that was 100% real. Drugs and alcohol, but he's
what it
done
was?
good. He hasn't had
Yeah, I haven't
anything
heard.
for,
I was
like-
gonna say, man, let's talk about dated references.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
thought
thought-
about that for like.
he hasn't had anything for at
25
least a
years.
week.
I thought
he's
that.
good.
I thought that's why he was leaving the Iron Man role. Was
No,
some
he
stipulations
had done
on-
like
Oh.
95 movies, and he
All
was
right.
over it.
all right. I take it back. Good on Robert Downey Jr. for righting that ship.
No, he did. He completely, because he was so bad. He got. I mean, it was a serious, DUI.
It was a big deal in his life.
That was so long ago. I had
narcotics.
forgotten
He
actually.
did jail time and
There's
all
a
this
story
stuff.
of
Turn
him,
his life around.
Yeah, there was a story about him being in a convertible going to Burger King, tripping balls, completely naked, high, drunk.
That is what I expect that his character should do in the MCU. That's what I expect. What's his name in the movies? Help me out.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark. That's what I expect a Tony Stark to do. Tripping balls, driving through a Wendy's drive-through or something. That's awesome.
It's more like an Elon Musk thing. Who's that?
Most of our audience is MCU, so Marvel Comic Universe or comic
Marvel,
book
like
universe.
Iron Man and all that
But
stuff.
yeah, the Incredible
Captain
Hulk.
America. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
shout out to Chuck Productions, but who he cosplays as quite a few times. Chuck Production helps me run sound at my Reboot Retrocade and Bar show, and runs trivia, karaoke. And
He does cosplay to an MCU character?
He looks just like Tony Stark.
Really?
If you go through my Instagram, or my Facebook, I think it's my profile picture right now. There's me in a Spider-Man get-up before I shaved,
I think I remember that.
and him dressed up as Tony Stark with the Iron Man gauntlet.
Oh, that's cool.
So
So he looks like Iron Man, but does his bank account look like Tony Stark's? Because if so, we need a sponsor, a big dollar sponsor for the podcast.
No, but if you need any T-shirts, business cards, he's got that side hustle
Shoot,
going.
You got this thing down pat to where you get you've got enough connections now to where something like that gets brought up. You got the guy. I got a guy who's got a guy. I got the guy.
You should mention your friends in a room full of opportunities every chance you get.
There you go. 100%.
That's a neat quote.
Yeah, thanks, Facebook.
All right.
You read, what number are we at?
We're
on the
going,
list?
he's going to number
We're
7.
Going to
Going to
number
seven. All right, cool.
seven.
Number 7.
All right, this one is not actually gone, but it is changed to where it is probably making Disney roll over in his grave. Now, Walt Disney loved literary stories. That's why he got into what he did.
But he hated mothers.
That's a whole different rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's after show conversation right there. Yeah.
But Disney loved one story in particular, Tom
Snow White.
Sawyer.
Oh, Tom Sawyer? Oh, okay.
He loved Tom Sawyer. That's why there's a place in Magic Kingdom called Tom Sawyer Island, which is the only place in Magic Kingdom, Florida, that is completely designed by Disney. It used to have a treehouse that you could actually climb in, but, safety regulations. It had caves. It had all sorts of just fun things for kids to go and be kids.
I remember that.
I don't remember that at all.
And
that's at Magic Kingdom, or was at Magic Kingdom, or I guess is still at Magic Kingdom, sort of?
It's sort of at Magic Kingdom. It has been rebranded. But one of the cool things about Tom Sawyer Island, outside of it being designed by Disney, is he actually had several tons of Mississippi dirt brought in when they created the island to make it more authentic.
That's pretty cool. Is Mississippi dirt different than Florida dirt? I mean, I know that's a. If we have any geologists out there, they're going to be pretty pissed that I asked that kind of question. But
I'm sure there is some differences.
Limestone versus other quarry and whatever, I guess. Oh, the clay.
Yeah, definitely the clay. Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Yep.
Huh. Okay. Cool. That's pretty cool. What do they turn it into?
What's the new thing?
Well,
wait. Let me guess. Avatar.
No, that's in.
That's an Animal Kingdom.
God damn! I cannot keep up with this.
God, that ride is the most amazing thing I've ever been on.
All right, so Pro Avatar.
Oh yeah,
Pro Avatar, the ride,
or the movies, or both.
The movies, the area, whatever.
I loved the first Avatar and the story behind it. I get that it's a Ferngully knockoff. I completely understand that. However, regardless of that, Ron Howard did an amazing job with that first movie. I'm just pissed that it's taken him 20 years to do a fucking sequel.
Ron Howard. I thought it was James.
Is it James Cameron?
No,
I thought it was Ron Howard.
I don't think it's Ron Howard.
No, it's not Ron Howard.
My money's on James Cameron.
Yeah, I think it's James Cameron.
Yeah, okay.
No,
probably right.
I haven't been on the ride, but the movie, wonderful. I loved every second of it.
I've never been on the ride either.
Oh, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I have not been on the ride. I'm hoping to go on it.
I've done a lot of things in this life. I've ridden bulls. I've ridden motorcycles. I've jumped out of planes. I've done things. And this ride, it genuinely had me so encapsulated in it that, when it, did whatever it does, I genuinely let out and eat.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're actually riding one of those things. What are those things called in Avatar? It made it it actually, what you were saying on was expanding and contracting, the breathing of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's how, it was the most amazing ride I've ever been on. It made you feel like you were actually on one of these banshees. It was insane.
That's really cool. I'm going to have to go try that. So my girls are just a slight bit too young to really go. I'm not going to pay for tickets.
Especially your youngest. It's
she's one,
too early. Yeah.
Eventually,
kids under 3 are free.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's more
it's more trouble for you than it's worth for them.
Taking a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old to Disney World would be hell for me to keep up with throughout the entire day. So I'm not doing that yet.
You're right.
Oh,
Trey.
Uh-oh.
No, it's fine.
It is James Cameron. It is James Cameron, by the way.
Oh,
James Cameron.
I had to bribe Josh to
Why did I
this
say Ron
happen.
Howard? I thought, for some reason, I thought it was Ron Howard that dove down to do the number 2. He was diving into the ocean to explore. And
you know what the biggest thing is? We still don't know what ride it has that was replaced for first number 7.
Well, I just, because it's going to come back up
police.
later. Josh, are you pro Avatar? And of course, we're not talking about The Last Bender because the live action movie does not exist.
Yeah.
It does exist. It's off canon, and that movie was wonderful. However, I don't really understand the question. I enjoyed the movie.
Okay, that'll come up later. Just
Okay.
put a pin in it.
All right, cool.
That'll come up
Yeah,
later.
it was
Putting a
great.
pin in
I
there.
enjoyed it.
It was Tom Sawyer Island was actually replaced by Pirates of the Caribbean. There is now Pirates of the Caribbean stuff just put on top of it and inserted all over Tom Sawyer Island.
Not the ride itself. You're talking about like
The
additional.
Tom Sawyer, yeah, it's just expanded
Okay.
there. But what is neat about it is now near Pirates of the Caribbean, you can get little treasure maps, and they have little clues about where they are and where you're to go. And if you have a phone app or a Disney Power Bracelet or whatever it's called, once you find the clue, you press it up against it, and it will interact with it. And it will
Oh, that's
record
cool.
it, and you can solve it. And there are 5 different ones, but AJ, which is Josh's youngest, we're going to give her that map. And if she goes for it, we'll go for it. And if not, we'll go to Tom Sawyer Island where they have some big fake gold chests and be like, all right, you did it. All right, let's do
Nice.
some else.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Do they still have Swiss Family Treehouse?
They do, but it's not. I've heard it was closed due to COVID. I don't know if it's
okay.
open back
That would make
up.
sense.
COVID wrecked Disney, but it gave them a great opportunity to remodel a ton of
Yeah,
stuff.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious. I hadn't been on it forever, and I couldn't remember last time I was there I saw it or not.
We'll report back.
All right, yeah, definitely. All right, so are you ready for number 6?
All right, number 6.
Number
Number
6.
6.
Now, this is actually not in one of the 4 parks, but has changed many times over the years.
Downtown Disney?
What did it used to be called?
Was it Paradise Island?
Downtown Disney is what oh, yeah.
Something,
Paradise Island?
Islands of Paradise? No, I don't think it was Paradise Island.
It was,
It was something else.
Think
It's where
so.
we used to go.
yeah.
It's where Mannequins was. The
It was,
really
the,
good.
it was the clubbing area of downtown Disney. Bunch of clubs.
Exactly right. Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island.
yeah, Pleasure
Yeah.
Island. We were close.
Which actually tried to take over the adult nightlife scene.
It did a damn good job.
It really did. It,
It
shut
was
down.
the best place. It was better than downtown
Oh,
Orlando.
yeah, it was better than Orange Avenue. So
Yes.
for locals, Orange Avenue in Orlando is like your
That's your
clubbing,
downtown.
your
Yeah.
your dance disco.
I would
club, whatever
imagine
you
it
wanna call
still is.
And they have every flavor, every genre of music and dancing environment and interactive
Yeah.
shit. It's a
Lots
really
of
cool place.
Decent sized cities, bigger cities have that area.
Yeah, Orlando's
Even
not,
Melbourne has it. I mean, come on.
Orlando's not like
It's,
not really.
Yeah, I understand, but it's
Orlando's not like a proper Chicago or a proper,
No.
LA or Orlando's
Definitely not.
way different because it's so spread out over so many more miles than all these other major cities. So to have a central location where all of this like nighttime life stuff conglomerates is pretty cool for the city to still maintain.
Yes.
and that is definitely Orange Avenue. But Disney did compete with it back in the late 90s,
yeah.
early
Pleasure
2000s.
Island. I would rather
was
have
so
gone
much
there.
fun.
I mean, I was in my 20s, so I would rather have gone to Pleasure Island than
We
any
told the
other
story
place.
on this podcast
Oh,
before
yes.
about me and our friend Scott driving my Toyota Celica GTS over to Pleasure Island one night with Ron sitting in the back seat, and I had gone out of my way to buy a nice bottle of Hypnotic because that was what was really popular in 2000.
yes.
We get almost all the way over there. Was it you that drink? You drank almost half the entire thing, or maybe the
Sorry.
whole thing, not
drank
knowing it
about-
was alcohol as heavy as it was. He
Yeah.
thought it was flavored or something.
I just didn't realize that what I was drinking. I
Yeah.
drank a good half bottle of Hypnotic.
Pour up.
I was so tired, and then I went to Pleasure Island.
Hypnotic.
Acting a fool.
So y'all are considering Hypnotic high alcohol content.
No, we're considering
No.
Hypnotic the Zima of
You know
alcohol.
what? When you're 23 years old and 135 pounds and don't hardly drink, a half bottle of that shit will put you on your ass.
Yes.
Touche.
Now it would be like drinking Kool-Aid for me.
Now it just makes
probably.
me sick. Yeah. So we're highfalutin now. We've got fancy
Yeah,
whiskeys
whiskey
and
and
scotches.
So we're talking about how great Pleasure Island was. Do you know why it closed? Is that
Yes,
the end of this?
there
Political, wasn't it?
It
No.
wasn't Disney's
Oh, no.
brand, really, right?
It was off-brand when Disney. There was a lot of things changing. There was no real theming with it. There were, drunken, drug-related
and
incidents.
fights.
Oh,
stuff
of
like that, yeah.
course, yeah.
And that is just not the reputation Disney wanted. People were selling.
We're
random-
making $1 billion on this park, but let's shut it down because it doesn't match
It
our
makes sense,
model.
right?
I
It
get
makes
it.
sense what they did. What sucks is no one ever was able to recreate anything as good. Not
Yeah,
around
they
here.
They were
No,
starting
correct.
to get a bad reputation, and that's not what you want as a brand. There were people selling drugs in the parking lot. There were thefts,
Oh, I know.
robberies,
I mean,
fights.
so I've heard.
Yeah.
Other horrible, unspeakable acts going on too, and Disney cut the ties with that, and now it is Disney Springs. And
More of Disney Springs, or what
Way
used
more
to be
fa-
downtown Disney.
Way more family,
much more
oriented
expanded.
now.
Yeah.
yeah, and it has Morimoto's, which one day we'll get to go eat there.
I hate to rub
So
this in
what is
because
that?
it's so fucking good.
I actually went to Morioto's. Yeah.
What is Morioto's?
Morimoto's.
Well, he's an Iron Chef, and he has a bunch of restaurants, and he has one in Disney Springs.
What's an Iron Chef?
He is the show Iron Chef. He's
The show Iron Chef.
I didn't-
He's the guy.
Yeah, he's like
the
the
main
guy.
cook,
Yeah,
like
because
the
Iron Chef originally originated out of Japan, and he is Japanese. So yeah, so I went to Morioto's.
Morimoto's. There's a second name in
Morimoto's.
there.
Sorry, about 2019. And when I'm there, I'm like, I wonder if this is really his restaurant. It was in Orlando. And I'm like, I wonder if this is really his restaurant, or if they just kind of just use his name.
Sponsored it or something.
Yeah. Well, I got my answer because I looked up in the sushi bar, and there the fuck he was.
Oh, no
So
shit.
One day a year he comes, and I just happened to be there. I was
That's
like,
cool.
my wife Jackie, she's like, hey, isn't that Morimoto right there? I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know. And I look back, I'm like, oh shit, it is. I thought that was pretty hilarious.
Oh,
that was just
that's
really
awesome.
lucky.
Yeah, we weren't sure of our plans up until Disney. They were very fluid, so we couldn't set a reservation. But we headed out there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's room at the bar. First come, first serve." Traffic, or Walmart trips taking longer than we thought they would. We got there, and the bar was closed, and we didn't have a reservation. Didn't get to eat there, so we went to Chicken Guy, which is Guy Fieri's restaurant that
Yeah.
he never shows up in.
No, probably not.
But it was really good.
He has another restaurant, Flavor Town, in like Kissimmee, Orlando area. They have some kick ass food.
Is he local? To have a couple of restaurants in Central Florida.
I don't think so, and I don't know.
That's what I call going down on a girl. Oh God, Becky, I'm so sorry. Is that
Going
okay?
to Flavor Town.
I feel bad now. I immediately
You
got
made her
embarrassed
gr-
when I said it.
You made her great. Hey, I'm embarrassed by these cups showing the girl's breasts. I was trying to turn him around. And you're like, no, don't turn him around.
You faced the one.
Are we getting embarrassed by breasts?
Oh
Do it.
dear.
Oh, here it goes. Studio. There you go, Ron.
Okay.
Ron, look right at her eyes. He never took,
Not looking.
He never took his eyes off her eyes.
You missed it, Ron. You had your chance.
I don't know what happened.
Discord says, wait, do it again. Adam, take a picture. No, they don't. They did not say that.
We just went from
Awesome.
We just went from Twisted Tent to Howard Stern really quick in here. and I will admit
You
that even
gave-
though I looked at her eyes mostly, I did glance for just a second. I'm sorry.
You tempted her. If you give her an
yeah,
excuse,
Carnage.
she'll do it. She has flashed both of Josh's parents and both sets of grandparents.
Well, I don't feel so embarrassed by the cups now. At least it solved that problem.
That's true. Yeah, you don't have to worry about
I
it.
can see Ron's.
I'm sure my face is red as all hell.
I can see Ron. No, it's actually not. You're not.
Is
it's
it not?
too bad. No.
I feel flush.
I could see Ron's embarrassment during that whole situation. I loved it.
wonderful.
That was
It was
great.
wonderful.
That reminds me of the time that you and me, your wife and my wife went to a strip club, and I stared down at the floor the whole time because
Yeah.
that was very uncomfortable being
We've
there
told that
with
story.
my wife.
That's an after show story. If you
Yeah.
care to hear that,
However you feel, you get your money's worth.
Yeah.
All right.
was that number? That was number 6.
That was
That
number.
was number
Yeah.
6.
All right.
Awesome.
Wow, I didn't even make that today.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen in the after show?
I was gonna say, well, we do have a second segment and the after show, so the night is young.
Nice, yeah, we got this.
If you get Ron convinced to take his pants off, it's a
God,
win-win.
nobody wants to see that.
You think you
no,
can?
don't.
What do you want to bet? I'm open for betting that Ron's pants are going to stay on. I'm open.
Discord? What should we bet?
We'll leave it. We'll leave it up to Discord. All right, we'll talk to
wait a
Discord during the
minute,
break.
this is a Disney show we're having right now? It
sure was.
It doesn't sure sound very Disney.
Ron, it's what I want to happen. It's my birthday.
No, clearly it's your birthday.
All right, so we talked about this. What was it, like 2 weeks ago, two shows ago? It was also 2 weeks ago, I guess. The hair and body wash that Manscaped has, because I kept mine.
Oh, I kept mine too.
You kept
Yeah.
yours, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the new just body wash that they released?
No?
Yeah.
Body wash.
They have a new, like, it's a full size bottle versus the smaller hair and body wash. So it's a full standard body wash, same scent, but they've changed it up a little bit. So it has sea salt built into it with some exfoliation, and then they have aloe in there to counter that as well. So it's supposed to be,
Holy shit.
It's just a standard body wash without the hair consideration, which their hair and body wash.
I have never been the kind of guy that has been like really specific about my types of stuff I use in the shower. I never really cared. When I met Andrea, that kind of changed a little bit because she's a hairstylist, and I mean, she gets top quality shit and brings it home. And I can now tell the difference between like a Paul Mitchell, real branded Paul Mitchell, and Pert Plus. You know, I can tell the difference between the two, and nothing I've ever used is as good as that combination bath and whatever the hair and body wash that we. Well, we haven't given it away, but actually, I do think we've given away a couple.
We did give it away.
Yeah, we've given away a couple of them.
Well, I think we've given away like everything a couple times over.
We're down to a couple things. We're down
We have
to
two
a
left.
crop reviver and the ball toner, our last two smaller prizes. One of those, ball toner?
toner.
Toner.
You heard that right, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And also for Ron tonight, he gets to see Trey's balls. That's what's going to happen in the second segment. That's the second half of the show. Yes, that deserves. I can't believe I didn't plug Bell the boobs when the boobs came out in studio.
That's all right.
I don't know if we elaborated that well enough, or all of us were just taken into the shock at the moment. But that was.
I'll
that's
let
awesome.
you
I was so
narrow-
happy.
Everyone else was
I'll let
shocked.
you-
Me and Josh were not surprised.
I'll let
I
you
love the
narrate
situation.
that there.
Watching Ron's face just.
It's fun to watch Ron
Whatever.
squirm.
We'll talk about that later.
But
That was great. That was good. That's the best thing you could have done. Becky.
We need to take Ron to the Claremont Lounge. There he will really squirm.
so to get 20% off and free worldwide shipping on all Manscaped products, including their new body wash, go to manscaped.com, use code TWISTED10 at checkout, and thank you for supporting them. Thank you for supporting them.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're them.
I was going to say their cause, but that doesn't make sense. Thank you for
Their
supporting
cause to shave balls.
Your balls will thank you.
Your balls will thank you.
Because your balls are hairy.
We're going back to a little bit of an old school song out of Truphonic. This is City by the Sea. I got to pick this song tonight. This is my favorite Truphonic song, so please enjoy Jake Salter and the boys from Truphonic. Discord, we're going to hang out with you guys in the break. Everybody else, we will be back at the end of the song.
Faster until family disaster. The only other road went straight southern for the East Coast. But ever since that I arrived, all the talk about was leaving, and I could care less about some changing of the seasons. And they ain't never lived nowhere, they thought that it was freezing. They don't know what they believe in. I never change a thing because you see me all the way till the judgment day. In the city, as by the sea, that's where I should be. And if it's drowning, well, I'll be swimming. In the city, as by the sea. I see it's just a big disguise. My friends, I thought they were the best, they ended up telling me lies. I guess I gotta live with what I'm given and deal with my decisions. But I'm tired of people living like it's only their perspective. Tell me, baby, what you think about the beaches I live in. The ocean ain't the place for you bitching and complaining. The song remains the same cause it's up on every station. Oh, Florida sun, wind and rain. Tell me if I should change because I sure love the way that I'm living today. In the city, as by the sea, that's right. I should be. And if it's drowning, well, I'll be swimming. In the city, it's by the sea. what you think about the beachside living. The ocean ain't the place for your bitching and complaining. The song remains the same cause it's up on every station. A Florida sun, wind and rain. I never change a thing because I show love the way that I'm living today. In the city, as by the sea, that's where I should be. And if it's drowning, well, I'll be swimming. In the city, as by the sea.
And welcome back to the Twisted 10. So you just listened to Jake Salter and the boys from Truphonic to my favorite song, City by the Sea.
It's such a good radio jam.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
It's good. So we repositioned in studio a little bit before we get back into the recap of what 10 through 6 was. We repositioned a little bit so Discord can hear Becky a little bit better. The the MP3, when you download it or listen to it later, you'll be able to hear her just fine. However, our live stream was having some technical difficulties, so she's now sitting across the room, and Discord is really upset. They want the full recap of what happened to get Ron so embarrassed.
Oh, I think Ron should tell it.
All right, Ron, tell us your perspective.
You
of it.
tell it.
No,
Adam.
to be honest, it was nothing. So we have these little cups and glasses in the studio that sit on top of our Manscaped product that are surrounded by our liquor. All right, so that's kind of our middle of our podcast studio. Is this? It's actually Tack's table, but don't tell him that. Sitting on like a cardboard table, just a standard good old fashioned table. Or not cardboard, but
Card table.
Card table, thank you. Cardboard table.
It's a box. It's
Anyway,
a box, really.
these 4 glasses were given to us by a prior host. It's actually right around the time Living Podcariously, our old podcast, ended. Jason gave us those glasses. If you remember, Go Joe, Jason Crace. He brought those glasses into the studio for us, and they're vintage. They're from the 70s. And they used to be color, like temperature changing glasses. So the girls, it's 4 glasses with 4 girls on it, and they used to be in bikinis until you poured something cold in there, and then the cold made the bikinis disappear. But since they're 50 years old, now they're just gone.
Yeah.
So Ron is like, I feel really kind of awkward with titties facing her.
So before the show even started, I started turning these around because we had, a woman in the show. A woman come in, and I wanted to be respectful.
I ain't never seen one of those titties.
Yeah, but still, I don't I don't know. So I started turning around, and Adam gets up. You ain't turning those around. I set those up for a reason. So I'm like, you know what? It's his studio, whatever. We'll just take a chance.
It's our studio.
I don't know. So that was before the show.
Those things have generated conversations in here.
And then you brought that up about that. And
during the show, and
that's when she proved that she wasn't
Becky's
embarrassed.
like, "Are you nervous about boobs or something, Ron?" Well,
Yes.
how about these? And there they were. And you were such a gentleman. I'm very proud of you. Jackie would be proud of you as well. You were very astute. I mean, they were a foot and a half from you, and you were eye focused.
It's true. I was the closest.
You were the closest.
He was very stoic.
You were eye focused on her the whole time. I was dead eye locked on you. I'm like, what's he gonna do? Nothing at all. You didn't budge.
He's just been married so much that his peripherals are that strong. He's like, yep. One day you boys will get on my level.
I done trained my peripherals.
Look, husbands that have been husbands for a long time know about the peripherals. Those things, I have been able to focus my peripherals very, very well. In fact, I know Ron's shaking his foot right now, but I'm not looking at Ron. Oh, yeah.
I don't have to worry about that.
Dead on. No, that's good. Most women are not okay. I don't even say most women. Some women are not okay with obnoxious gawking and staring and stuff like that. And I get it. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
But an occasional look is okay.
Sometimes I just can't help it. They're just so beautiful, and I have to go up to them and I have to tell them. And Trey's like, hey, baby, no, they're strangers. Don't talk to strangers.
Well, that was I want to say thank you. You christened the studio. That was our first boobs in the studio, I think, right?
Yes.
Well, besides our boobs.
Well, our boobs don't count. Nobody wants to see
God,
our
I
boobs.
hope not.
Okay, I'm dumping them out.
Yeah,
Like
you
it's
don't.
My favorite pastime.
You don't.
Okay.
Yours are much better than mine. You don't want me to dump mine out. I promise.
You do have some pretty nice boobs, though, Ron.
Yeah, boobs. That's the problem.
You got a good A cup.
I get easily.
All right.
So
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you have
Yeah, absolutely. This one takes a little bit of intro and build up. So last week we recapped at the beginning of the show briefly. We had our How to Build a Cult episode, and we built a cult. And it was a phenomenal show. It had a ton of fun. But The after show for last week's episode was really kind of cool because it was a behind the scenes look. Now, normally when we play you guys a bit, or not a bit, but a clip from the after show, it's usually something funny that happened or something that was, all about the moment in the studio. That one's not what this is. This is really the thought process that went into the preparation for the show and kind of talking to Ron's mindset. And I think it's phenomenal. I hope you guys like this. Here's a couple minutes from this last episode of our Twisted Tin After Show.
So that's accurate to say I truly created a framework.
You did something on this show that I don't think we've seen on any other show ever. And what you did is you allowed the imagination of the hosts, and influenced by our Discord listeners. And obviously, by the way, thank you, council members and council elders.
Of course, yeah, you guys rock.
You guys rock.
Thanks for being here, guys.
You guys helped to influence how that show went. Some of the input that you guys provided in that show carved what we came up with during this. But
Carved.
You literally allowed us to use our imagination to make a Twisted Tin episode.
Yes, that's
We've
exactly
never done
right.
that before, ever.
Remember when I said I wasn't your host, I was your guide? That's exactly what I was.
That's true. You
I was your
even,
guy.
as like air quotes in studio, as host, right? You even had input in the conversations.
Because
you were
I
a participant.
Because I had not preconceived any of them. I had only come up with the questions. I had zero preconceptions of what the answers would be.
I like how you did that, because you led it off with me and Josh kind of establishing the groundwork of where the cult was going. And then you were, at that point, it's brand new to you too.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could add in your own influence.
I knew the best start was the end.
So tell me,
we started at the end.
You started off in our break time. So between when we were recording our bumpers for the shows, which is always after the original podcast recording, we kind of tangented and started talking about Ron's creative process of thinking about this. So you kind of alluded to being nervous about this show.
Oh,
you
yeah.
were nervous about this.
I was nervous that this was a bad idea. It was too far off model, that it wouldn't go well, that we wouldn't come up with good ideas, that it would just be boring or stupid, that the shit we come up with would just be that you guys wouldn't be into it, that you wouldn't even... I even had a thought in my mind that Josh wouldn't even want to do it. Like, I had all kinds of, like,
But see,
concerns.
I think Josh would love this, because what this is doing for Josh is it's giving him some inspiration for, I know he's thinking about a Dungeons and Dragons themed motif show for Twisted Tin in the future.
Shut the fuck up, Brad.
But no, you've talked about that on the show. But that requires a lot of use of imagination as well.
Yeah.
So I think what he used tonight as tonight's episode is, how deep does the rest of the cast get into the imagination side of the game? And we got fucking deep. We went deep. We got so deep we were thinking about making this a reality.
We could spend days, weeks, months really hashing out all the details that we surfacely touched on.
So yeah, that was a little bit more. Welcome back, by the way. That was a little bit more like a look into Ron's eyes, like what was going through his mind when coming up with that list. So that's just usually what we do on the after shows. We do recap a little bit of the show that we just came off of hosting,
wind down, yeah,
and then we start tangenting into our where we focus our tangents is just all over the fucking place. So. Yeah, good job on that episode again. I still think that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I already have ideas for t-shirts, for Cult of Van t-shirts. Yeah. And we still have the contest going technically in Discord. So if you have an idea for the name of the cult, and we got a couple of fucking
what was the anus one?
Anus one. That was, who was that? Techno that did that, or Carnage?
Tycho.
I
think that was Tycho.
Somebody
Why do I
came
keep calling him Techno? Sorry,
somebody came
Tycho.
in, and they broke their way into Discord, even though they could never figure out before, just to say, "Hey, I came up with a good one."
We had androids.
Androids was
another
another good one.
Androids, yes.
Well, I mean, we're drinking, so why not call it Anastasia or Ambrosia? Just Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, like the band.
It's also a
More like the
drink,
salad.
right?
Ambrosia salad. That's a salad.
That's a salad.
I don't know. Do I look like I know what salads are?
Fair point.
All right, Trey. So give us a quick recap of 10 through 6, and because I want to know, like,
All right.
where do we go with this? What important rides are gone?
Oh, Will.
Oh, I think I know number one. I'm not going to spoil it, but I think I know number one, and I'm heartbroken that it's gone. But at the same time, when I've ridden this ride in the past, I hated it because it was an earworm. Do you know what I'm referring to?
That's still there.
What?
Yeah, that ride is still there.
It's
They
a
ain't
small
never
world
getting-
ride is still there?
That
Hell
was
yeah.
actually
That's one of the
That was
OGs.
one of the first rides at Disney in Florida. Peter Pan's number 2. That's still going. AJ just went on it and is telling us we are going.
That's ambrosia salad, by the way. Discord hooking me up. That is an ambrosia salad.
Sorry.
Bam. I for sure thought that It's a Small World was gone.
The park will burn down before that ride goes.
Yeah.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is
Oh,
what
yeah,
that
that's been
is.
gone a while now. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop guessing because I might guess some of your...
right.
I might spoil a list.
Recap.
Recap.
We
All right,
interrupt
here
you.
we go,
Recap 10 through
everybody.
6.
Number 10 was the Great Movie Ride, which is now Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train Ride.
Runaway train never...
Stop it, Adam.
Oh,
Thanks, Soul Asylum.
very good.
We had number 9, which was Alien Encounter, the Extraterrestrial. Followed by number 8, which was Norway's Maelstrom, which is now, of course, Frozen. Number 7 was Tom Sawyer's Island, which is still Tom Sawyer's Island, but there is a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean to where it's almost unrecognizable.
Arr.
Number 6 was, of course, Pleasure Island, which is now Disney Springs.
I miss Pleasure Island. God, memories. Okay.
And we are here with number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5 is actually a ride that has been stated already. It is within Epcot.
Oh,
It involves shrinking people down.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes.
I get a point.
Not Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Womp.
The worm. The
No more guesses.
Oh, damn it.
All right. Anybody else?
Got nothing.
That's the bigger
Body Wars.
I didn't
Oh,
say
I
that one.
mentioned Body Wars.
Yeah.
That's right. That was at Epcot?
I believe it was at Epcot.
What is
No,
Body Wars?
I'm not questioning. I just had it wrong.
Yeah, it
I
was.
don't remember that.
It was back when they actually tried to incorporate a lot of science and a lot of learning within Epcot.
Boo.
And Body Wars was basically a ride about that Magic School Bus episodes where they shrink down and go inside of somebody.
Oh, the kid. They went inside the sick kid.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that movie
that was-
Fantastic Voyage on my list of the old sci-fi movies.
Kind of like my sex life. I shrink down and go inside somebody.
You shrink down?
Womp.
I tried my best to make it sexual.
Maybe that's
condoms
why you're
really
not
hold
getting
them together.
Yeah.
I buy the extra tight
I was gonna
condoms,
say
Ron.
maybe that's why you're not getting laid. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Whatever brand of condom you're using, Adam, needs to get off the market.
You know, I do have to wear condoms now. I mean, when I have sex.
Yeah, you're just walking
Let me
around
just-
with
I'll
them.
just add that in there for
Yeah.
sex. All right, I
So
apologize.
what you're saying is you never wear condoms.
Exactly. I have the same box for 7 months, Ron. 7 months. It's only got 4 in it. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, it's a little truth in podcasting coming out.
You're not overpaying until you can laugh about it.
I do joke about that a lot on the show, and it's probably unfair to my wife. However, I have 2 of the most fantastic little girls in the world. She's been through 2 years of hell and back giving birth to these babies. So I completely respect lack of sex drive. I mean, it's been a clinic down there for the last, 2 years prior to a year ago. So I understand. I understand completely.
I mean, if this
Boy,
is your
you make-
sexy talk, I don't think that's the issue.
Yeah. Boy, you make marriage sound fun.
Yeah. No. God damn it. I'm doing my best, Ron. You're
Yeah.
supposed to help me out there, buddy.
I think your best bet would be
Kid,
to
you
let
wanna
him
hold my
continue
shovel
on.
too?
It does sound fun. There are women out there who want to have families. There are men out there who
Oh, yeah.
want to have families. And, like, that sounds
Oh, I wouldn't trade those little girls for anything in the world. It is
really,
they're
like,
the
that does sound fun.
they're the most fun I've ever had in my life. I mean, I love I've got an 18-year-old son now as well, but I wasn't as part of his life because his mom and I split when he was only 3 months. So I never really got a full-time job raising him. But with these girls, I've been around their entire lives, and it's amazing. It is an amazing thing to experience, and I cherish it every day. So, but I get it.
I actually grew up in a foster family, and
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. I am the oldest of 6.
Oh, wow.
Yes. We actually adopted my 4 little sisters, 3 of which have special needs because the state was going to when their parents finally released their rights, the state was going to split them up and adopt them out separately because they were all special needs. And my mom was like, hell no, absolutely not. These girls are sisters. These girls are family. They're ours.
They stay together. That was awesome.
And so
That's an awesome move.
So So like, yeah, like some people, choose that lifestyle. Personally, I don't want to bear any children, but like I'm
It's a thumbs up from Trey in studio.
Yes. But we've actually talked about it, and when we get like settled down and whatnot, we might actually foster.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because like
we have some mutual friends. I don't want to drop names or anything in studio or on the podcast, but we have some mutual friends that are doing a foster adoption caregiving type of situation for a preteen. And
it's hard.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult, especially considering this little girl's experiences in life. But it makes me it puts a whole nother level of respect. That because I've always loved these people, but it puts a whole nother level of respect that I've got for them for what they're doing, because they're opening up their lives, their love, their everything for them. All right, we're tangenting off of Disney way hard.
Well,
Josh is supposed to pull us back.
Talking about kids,
beautiful children to Disney World,
There you go.
She's got a master segue. All right, Trey, take it back, buddy.
Back to
All
Body
right.
Wars.
Body Wars, you go inside of a body, and how about some white blood cells? What's interesting about this ride is it's still there. It's just closed.
Oh, really? So there's nothing that's replaced it?
People have accidentally wandered off within the confines of Body Wars because it's still used as an area to cater events at. But people have snuck through and gotten lost, air quotes, and tried to go into where some of the rides are. And a lot of the stuff is still there, but you can't actually get into where the ride takes place.
Well, I'm sure the ride itself is not
But why is it closed and not replaced? Do you know? That's unusual.
It just was not getting enough attention, people going through it.
People stopped caring about Ralphie.
And the whole point of that part of Epcot was to be modern and cutting edge, and it just got outdated. There were, very almost fairs using the same type of technology that Disney was using for this, and they just needed something more up to date, kind of like they did with the Journey to Imagination, but people lost their
All right,
shit.
so how much experience do you have? Like how much background? So I'm 42, 43? One of those two.
Are you asking us?
Not really. So my childhood was the 80s. The 80s easily. I mean, that's the easiest way to say it. My childhood that would appreciate Disney was the 80s. I remember going to one of the Disney parks and there being this like purple dragon thing.
That
and
is
you could,
Journey to Imagination.
Is that where that is?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because you could step on the ground and it would make... Nowadays in technology, that you can do this in your home. Your Wii even has the ability to do some of this stuff. But back then, in the 80s, if you stepped on a beam of light and it made a reaction to something that was computer driven, that was the coolest fucking thing in the world. That was like Star Trek.
They've actually brought back, this isn't on the list, but they've actually brought back Journey to Imagination. It's different. People are like, they need to bring it back the way it was.
Nostalgia is king.
A lot of people.
Because when they brought it back, they did not bring back the purple dragon that you were just talking about.
Oh yeah, that was the best thing I remember as a kid.
So there was no purple dragon, and that's why so many people got upset because they were like, that was the best thing.
What was his name? What was that dragon's name?
Oh, I know.
Oh man,
Puff.
Ron's like, I turned.
no,
Puff the magic dragon.
that's it. That's their cousin. Sparkles or something like
I
that.
think it was something. It was Disney-esque,
But they have brought them back. Becky, of course, has had to suffer through a lot of these YouTube videos and research to get the list right for everybody. But it is back, and on the Christmas holidays, it'll wear a festive Christmas sweater.
Oh, cool.
So only back for Christmas?
No, they're back 24/7, but they have a Christmas sweater
Edition.
they animated in.
Oh, that's cool.
Josh, are you tired, buddy? We can hear that through the mic.
What's
I'm
wrong,
sorry.
buddy?
Josh,
All right. I haven't gotten more than like 5 hours of sleep the past few nights. It's whatever. I complain about not sleeping around my kids all the time. This week has just been particularly rough. We had our fire alarm go off the other night, and so just like kids are scared to sleep now because they think the alarm's going to go off in the middle of the night. It's whatever. So I've had a 3-year-old 8 inches from my head for the past few nights flopping around. It's just
good times.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love her. She's beautiful, but like she sleeps like she's on a roller coaster, and it's just...
I cannot wait. I hope she sleeps good tonight. I have little. You can look them up on YouTube if you are taking little kids to Disney, and it's a real cheap hack. But I have a Mickey and Minnie wake up call that I'm gonna play on my phone, like Mickey and Minnie are calling her right before we go to Disney.
We do that with Santa. Santa will make phone calls. In fact, Santa has come to my house the last 2 years in a row. We're friends with Santa Claus. That's AJ and your kids have come over for that once, or maybe both times that happened.
Well,
but it was. We
didn't have one of them, but
we do the same thing with Santa. We do the Santa calls leading up to Christmas especially with a 3-year-old.
Well, you got to let him in through the door. Y'all don't have a chimney.
Yeah, no. We have a fake electronic fireplace. Right, that he can still get in there, right?
Yeah. Tim Allen. Right. You know, if one appears if they don't have one.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go. That's how it works.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
What's wrong?
He's choking.
I coughed a little bit. My bad. All right, everybody. We are on to number 4.
Number 4. Oh, wait, I did have one Eagle threw back in Discord. Number 4. That's for Jay Alvarez. That's the throwback to Jay Alvarez back in the day of Twisted 10. That was his echo.
Yes.
What are you doing, Trey? Close Facebook.
She's like, I got to contact my people.
No,
There's a reason they testified in front of Congress for addiction, all right?
For a dick chin? What's a dick chin?
It's like a butt chin, but it's backwards.
So like on Men in Black, it's a Balchinian, just a little different.
Very good.
Oh, Men in Black.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4. This is kind of the twist because... Oh, wait. I got off track on it. My bad. This one was actually not a ride, but a method of transportation.
Monorails.
That was there and now is not.
With the train.
Nope.
Train's
That's still there?
It's
not the monorail. Monorail's still there, even though the monorail's had a few crashes lately in the last like 5 years.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Somebody was texting
the
and
ferry.
driving.
Oh.
The ferry?
Nope,
Ferry's still there.
God
We're going to
damn
ride it tomorrow.
What other way? What other kind of air balloon? What other way do you get into Disney?
Air balloon.
The sky baskets.
Oh, you know what? Our friend
talked
Tack.
about these.
Wait. No, that was
me.
you.
I actually asked my wife to marry me on one of those sky baskets in the air.
I think that is actually where I came up with this list from because y'all mentioned they're no longer there. And I'm like,
They're no longer there because somebody fell out and died.
Look at Ron coming up with origins of lists. If that is what influenced Trey to come up with this list, and the cult episode last week, Ron, you can take like 6 months off, buddy. Just come in here and hang out with us. You don't have to do a list.
You'll die without me.
You're right. We probably
I'm
will.
just kidding.
Sounds like Adam wants to do a lot of lists. Hang on.
Okay, wait. Second thoughts? Cancel that. Cancel that idea. You're back on, Ron.
Yeah, another list, because I'm going to throw somebody under the bus. Y'all said you wanted a comic book list. There's at least 10 different weird Batman theories, and I'm sure Dan the Man would love to come on here and talk about his favorite superhero.
There's a huge following for like DC and Marvel universes, a huge following. I just don't want to see another fucking Spider-Man. I am done seeing.
Oh no, but this one's going to be so. I don't want to get off track, but it's going to be. It's going to be amazing. Yeah.
I don't blame Spider-Man, the character.
Well,
I blame
because of Ashcan laws. Basically, fans have the right to view characters. So if somebody buys the rights, they can't just vault them. You have to put out content or you will lose the rights to them, which is why they keep throwing together shitty Fantastic Four movies or shitty Spider-Man movies, because it's better to make a terrible movie
than make nothing and lose it. Yeah.
I heard a really, and I know this is tangent, and I apologize, this will be my last comment before getting back to your list, but I heard a really weird rumor about what was the show on fucker? What was the show on? I think it was Netflix that came out. Something Wanda for Marvel Universe.
WandaVision.
So WandaVision, which led into the introduction. No spoilers here, but led into the introduction of a character in WandaVision that ended up being the villain.
Yes,
I will say who it is.
Now they're going to do a show on her.
Their own show. They're growing that whole
spin-off.
side. It's a spinoff. It's a spinoff of a spinoff. Yep. Yeah. That's amazing. But it's getting millions of views. So they're selling, I mean, their product. It's amazing.
They're taking superhero concepts and changing them into different dynamics.
Oh, the point of what I was saying is that's during that show, that new show that's coming out, is when they're supposed to introduce the new Fantastic Four.
Okay, well,
supposedly.
Hopefully they do it well this time.
Won't this be iteration 3?
I don't know. I'm almost to the same point with them.
How many
with
Spider-Man reboots did
7.
we have to go through before we got Tom Holland?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. When was Tom Holland?
Tom Holland was when he was introduced into the Marvel. We are really tangenting. Back to Disney.
Yeah, back to Disney.
Away from Universal,
Wait,
back to Disney.
But Marvel is Disney. So.
Well,
oh, yeah, it is now.
No,
That's right.
no, there's Marvel at both Universal as well as Disney. But we'll go over that at the after show. We are going to keep moving with number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 is a place that never existed. It is an idea and a concept that almost came to be.
Almost. There's clues there. You're seeding some clues.
And now it is a place that begins with a P.
I can't think of anything.
No idea.
It's. I know exactly what it is.
Post-apocalyptic.
It's not Peter Pan. It's in a whole different park.
Yeah, I don't know. No clue.
Nothing.
Pandora. The new Avatar area that everybody's so pro
God,
Avatar
we just talked
on.
about this too.
You like how I brought that back?
Yeah, good job.
So before you got that area, you were supposed to get an area of nothing but mythical creatures. And if you look at Animal Kingdom, when you walk inside of it, there is a huge, very intricate dragon when you're about to enter a zoo. And it seems so out of place, but it's beautiful, so they left it, because Animal Kingdom was supposed to be insects, and then it was supposed to be animals, and then there was supposed to be another area of just mythical creatures, fake unicorns, fake dragons. But that idea got replaced with something very, very similar, but easily marketed on, which is the Pandora.
Oh, it's the Pandora, yeah.
And that ride and area. But before that, that was supposed to be a mythical creatures area.
I've heard some amazing things about the Pandora, like that whole... Ron even talked about it earlier, too.
It was beautiful. I didn't get to ride it. There were like 6-hour wait times to ride.
6 hours to get on a ride?
We got there. I think the park opened that day at 8 a.m.
I'm out if there's
We
2
showed
hours.
up to the park by like 7:15. We were inside the park before 8 a.m. We got to that ride. We started, the park opens at 8 a.m. We were in that line at 8 a.m. We still waited 2 hours.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then by the time we got to it, the ride was already at a 4-hour wait. You spend half your day waiting for that ride, and people will do it because the ride is so amazing.
Is it a 50-second ride, or is it a good experience?
It's a good experience, but it's your typical ride length like any other ride.
I wouldn't even wait 4 hours for a blowjob at this point.
I would. Just to put it out there, I would. Adam would.
Adam has already waited longer than that, so he'll wait 4 more hours.
A couple of years, Josh. A couple of years, buddy.
Yeah, we're married. We don't get blowjobs anymore. What are those?
No, well, there's something to be said.
Don't you listen to them, honey. They are lying.
All right, Trey and Becky, when you guys eventually get married, I want you to make me a promise: no wedding cake. And here's why. Every bakery in the world knows this, and I found out about this after my 3rd marriage. The ingredients that go into a wedding cake include something for the woman that turns off the ability to give blowjobs. I don't know what the ingredient is, but it's something in the wedding cake. When the woman eats the wedding cake, she doesn't give blowjobs forever again. So
I think there.
Don't have wedding cakes at your wedding, okay?
That's just real unfortunate. It's much easier when you're given something that you want to work with.
Oh, she just called Trey hung like
I think she just said the rest of us have little dicks.
I think so too.
I think more than anything. That's the way I saw it.
Y'all have stumbled upon one of her favorite subjects.
This is one of my favorite subjects.
Nice.
She enjoys talking about it because I blush so friggin' hard. Because
You're not blushing at all. If anyone was going to blush tonight is when something popped
and
out.
Trey's new list: top 10 Disney rides I got a blowjob on.
None. There are cameras. You got to join the OnlyFans for that.
Yeah. Only ants.
We call it the 3-legged race.
I'm not.
It works on so many levels.
Like I keep
my
saying,
God.
this is the most non-Disney Disney show I think I've ever participated in.
So one of our other Disney episodes was from Joe Pardo. If you remember that way back in the
Fuck
day.
that guy.
What? No. All right. So I understand. Look, I get your hatred. Well, not hatred, but I get your detestment. I understand, and
I
for the most
got
part,
you.
I agree.
I remember he
but
did a
he did
Disney
bring us
show.
a great list. He brought us a really good list, and it was the same way. We tangented hardcore on that show too. So for some reason, Disney turned out to be sexual. The whole show turned out to be sexual.
He probably brought you a good list, but he likely didn't bring you somebody that showed her boobs on stage. So
you know
Trey
what?
already wins.
Trey has won that. I agree.
In a lot of aspects, huh?
Heyo.
Sounds like it. Number 2. Oh wait, are we still on number 3?
He might be done with Pandora yet.
Yeah, you're not done.
No,
with
that was
Pandora,
it.
sorry.
Was that it?
That
Okay.
was supposed to be a land of dragons and unicorns, but you had Universal releasing Dueling Dragons, and they didn't want to seem like they were weaning off their competition.
Dueling Dragons and the Harry Potter experience at Universal.
No, don't get me started on Universal. The
frustrated
Harry
at that,
Potter
yeah.
area got rid of Jaws the ride, and that is not okay.
Jaws is timeless. Completely.
It's still
I was dad burping during that.
He wasn't just dad burping. Like he's holding a drink. He's like dad. He's like Jaws.
Jaws is
Straight
and
up
now-
dad burped in that one. Sorry, I apologize.
That was awesome. You look like Otis from Andy Griffith or something.
If I remember right, the only place you can see Jaws the ride is in Japan right now.
Don't do it, Ron. Don't do it.
I'm not doing anything.
All
Number
right,
2.
All right, number 2.
Number 2.
This is a place that was supposed to be in Magic Kingdom and also never came to be.
It was supposed
I
to
need
We
be in
more.
couldn't
Magic
guess
Kingdom.
one before, so why would we guess one now?
Supposed to be
Can
in
you
Magic
use it
Kingdom,
in a
never came to
sentence?
be.
I don't.
Yeah.
Is that? Do you have any more clues?
This was supposed to be a castle like none you've ever seen, with a Maleficent queen ruling over it.
Oh well, Maleficent's one thing, but what's her name? It's my little avatar picture in here. Is the dude from this?
Philip?
No, what's the girl with the long hair?
Rapunzel already has an
Rapunzel.
area.
Rapunzel.
Oh,
Yeah, Rapunzel's area is a phone charging, bathroom, baby changing area, but it has the
That
tower.
checks out.
No, but it's supposed to be an entire kingdom. Like,
wow, really?
yes, and what he was saying is Maleficent's castle.
Well, who's Maleficent's antithesis? Or
Oh, a Sleeping Beauty. She is the
Aurora.
baddest bitch to ever exist.
I loved Angelina Jolie in Maleficent, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
The
she did
things
something
I
for
would
me.
do- Oh my, Maleficent always that is just.
She literally has
badass.
Maleficent
Yeah.
horns and feathers that she's wearing tomorrow in 90-degree Florida heat.
Yes, I
To
am.
Disney, really?
To Disney.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm going as my own spinoff of a Maleficent tomorrow.
That's cool.
I'm very excited. And I'm going to be very stubborn. I'm going to be very miserable, but I'm going to do it.
Do us a
I'm gonna
favor.
do it well.
Send us a picture. Throw it up in our Discord. We want to see the Maleficent outfit.
Game on.
Very cool.
We will do our best. We're going to be running on like 4 or 3 hours of sleep at this
Oh, yeah.
point.
Well, can I get you some more scotch or
By
some
the time
more?
we get out of here,
I have not had any scotch.
Ron hasn't opened up that bottle yet. I bought that bottle for you, buddy.
Okay.
I mean, to celebrate Josh's birthday, of course, but for all of us to imbibe on.
But yes, number 2 is Villain Mountain. It was supposed to have villains from Fantasia. You remember how the thing stretched out?
Absolutely.
It was supposed to have Maleficent's castle and be an area where all the villains could be out and about and interact with everybody.
That would be cool.
Cool.
And
That would be really cool.
They decided not to do it and go with Toy Story Land.
Well, look, I agree. However, I
Good old Woody.
understand. I'm going to defend Disney on that decision. And this one, well, I dropped my glass off the edge of the table. I'm going to defend Disney on that choice. And because, like, our daughters get scared when some of the villains come on the screen at 3 years old. And I get it. Disney's more really the 5 to 8 year old range is really their target audience.
You could mitigate that by changing around. Okay, it's like that, but they're all in prison. There's a barrier between you and them. They're all reaping the consequences of their actions.
Yeah, that's way too deep for a 3-year-old.
I don't know. That
Scary monster on screen is all that my daughter sees. Originally she was very nervous about the Beast and Belle. Originally, Abby, my 3-year-old, was super nervous. She was really kind of hesitant about the Beast.
That is just
and she
hateful
understood
against big-statured people. That is a prejudice we need to change.
Well, he was attacking them at the beginning. I mean, he was aggressive. So I understand that. However, he obviously wasn't the villain. It was Gaston that was the villain in that one. However, I see their point of not wanting to focus on the villain area. It would be cool for us in the studio. It wouldn't be cool for the kids. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. Yeah.
Then open another park. Open a villains park.
A villains park might be kind of cool.
Right? Because Boo Bash and Not So Scary. Come on, let's go all in.
I do like that what the Disney does, though. They have Gaston walking the streets, and he will challenge any person to a push-up contest in the street of it was just walking around random locations, a push-up contest.
See,
and the fucking guys who play Gaston always win. Yeah, they're Vin Diesel's, dude. These guys are gigantic.
We'll go into some Gaston fan theories later, but I've already done something Gaston can't. I got a yes.
Oh, you see that? That's
boom.
That's cheese, but is appropriate cheese.
That is as harsh of a burn as you can do at Disney. Okay,
that's a good point.
All right, we ready for
number one?
Not yet.
Almost.
Not yet.
But Josh has something.
It's our drawing time.
Have
Yeah.
to take another moment for Manscaped here. I've got a little giveaway. So I said earlier that I was going to give away a bottle of ball toner. I was mistaken. It's a bottle of crop preserver or anti-chafing ball deodorant. So ball toner adjacent. So I went and updated my list. I got a couple new names tonight. Which is pretty
sweet.
cool. Yeah. So thanks for joining us on Discord. And I'm going to pick a name real quick. Tonight's winner is, how fortunate that she has been able to join us with her new job, letting up a little bit, is Mimi.
Oh, Mimi, nice.
So
hopefully Mimi can use some ball toner or ball.
The ball preserver. I've got some ball deodorant for you, Mimi. So you can
hey, maybe Mimi has a guy in her life that this is really going to make the difference as to
Father's Day is coming up.
her opinion on. Oh, that'd be a weird gift to give your dad. Here, Dad, here's some ball deodorant. Can you? I can only imagine the no.
Well, all right. So,
Mimi, let us know if you.
So Mimi, reach out to
use
one
that.
of us. Give us a name that you want to send it to and the address, and we'll get that in the mail to you.
Congrats,
soon.
Mimi.
Congrats.
And keep in mind that somebody in the studio's return address will be on it. So if you want to prank somebody really hard with zero repercussions, this is your chance.
Yeah, there you go. That's true. Send it to like some.
Can you toss me that so
random
I can send over here the other
coworker.
prizes? So for those of you who have won for the last 5 drawings, as well as the guys, the folks who are in the council elder status to receive your keychains, as soon as the keychains come in, I'm going to UPS with all of these boxes and shipping them all out. So probably about another week or week and a half or so, I'm going to imagine. By the way, here, if you guys want to see, here is ready to catch. Trey's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Both
All right,
of
so
us
it's on the
are
table.
wearing, we can't see.
It's on
That's
the
fine.
table right there.
It's a
There's an
key-
acrylic keychain version of our Twisted Council elders.
He's seen the wood one
keychains.
that I have.
Yeah, I've been
Oh,
in
cool.
Josh's
Seen mine,
for
yeah.
like 2 days.
Yeah,
You take that
been
home with
staying
you if you would like to. You're hosting an episode. It's a big deal for us.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
So
All right.
you host 3, you get a keychain.
There you go. That's what it is.
You host 6, you get flat. Oh wait, no, we had that happen already.
Yeah, what?
Nothing.
I
Continue.
lost that. No.
Number
Number one.
So we're
All
at one,
right,
right?
everybody, here we are.
Flashed.
There you go. There you go. But that had already happened in the studio. So.
Gotcha. Okay, I got
Do you remember, Ron?
No.
Oh, do you need a reminder?
Wait, let me
Well,
let me get the
careful.
camera.
I do. Oh, I thought you were going to.
I almost knocked over a table. I got told.
That's
to
okay.
look.
Fuck the table.
Ron's like, let it fall.
I really missed out my first opportunity. I won't.
You were a gentleman.
I won't do that again.
I'm proud of you.
I will
You
be
were-
a gentleman next time. Damn it.
gentleman.
Yeah, I will learn next time.
You understand? As soon as you stand, he's gonna have $1. It's gonna be a reflex, but it's gonna
No, I have no
Okay,
dollar.
if you have $1, please let it be a 20.
Yeah.
there you go.
No, I don't have any cash. I got some ones in my car.
do you take credit card? All right, number 1.
All right, everybody. Number 1. These are some things and notable places that are missing from Epcot. There are countries from around the world, but not all of them.
Yes.
Yugoslavia. No, I'm just kidding. East and West Germany.
Are we talking about the worlds?
There were supposed to be more countries at Epcot's World Showcase.
Do you guys do first? I think it's paramount to describe what the World Showcase is. I think
the World Showcase at
for
Epcot,
nobody who's never been there.
It is a collection of a few countries from around the world.
Probably
and you
about,
get
15 or so?
I think 15, 20, something like that.
And each one of them are like full-blown restaurants.
Well, you get to experience some of the culture from all of these different places. And in the before plague times, they actually had people from around the world at all the other Disney parks come in, so you could actually meet somebody who speaks Japan, who lives in the country and can
What is
Japanese, whatever.
Oh, God. Glad you said it, because if I had said that, oh, my God, that would have been a 30-minute conversation.
It allows you to experience and appreciate some of the culture.
My it's a distant relative, but he's technically an uncle. He runs the Mexican world.
Oh, what's his
Mexican
name?
version.
Because they
I'll
only
show you-
do the bubble
His first
margaritas
name-
on Wednesday, and we're going on Friday. And I'm, if
His
he
first
can give
name,
me the hookup-
ironically, is Orlando. So we'll talk
Okay.
after the show a little bit. I don't want to dice him. I don't want to. What is it? Dox him?
Dox
I don't
him.
want to dox him out on the show.
Oh,
but,
you already threw him under the bus. Got it.
Becky, I have a quick question for you. Do you absolutely hate the flavor of that champagne? Because when you're drinking it, I'm watching. She's like, "You look like
Andre
you're
is not typically
disgusted by it."
Andre
But you keep
champagne
drinking it.
is not typically your champagne you drink straight. That is what either that or
Yeah.
brut is what you
You
want
look
to
like you're
mix with.
struggling.
It is difficult, but it is still very beautiful and very appreciated.
Certainly,
I really
Andre
thought
is
once or
usually-
twice you were about to puke back up into that cup.
No way.
Yes.
That's just a dry.
I was watching her drink it,
I'm
and she was
sorry.
like,
Have you met me before?
"No."
Let me just say, this is a Harley riding, wrestling, no fucks given, titty flashing girl.
But yeah, you look like you were not enjoying it. I had to mention it.
That's
noticed
why I brought
before,
it down
ignored
during the
it,
breakup,
but-
Ron. I brought it down and I said, "This is Andre. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want
Gotcha.
to drink it straight?" She's like,
Hey,
"Yeah,
no,
fuck
but
it."
you're still drinking it. It's not like you stopped drinking it. I just noticed you weren't
I will
enjoying it much.
never be upset if you didn't want to drink. So that we bought that to have with friends and family during a breakfast where we thought we were going to have like fucking 10 people over here that were all going to drink mimosas. And either you use Brut or Andre with mimosas. You never use like an Asti. It's too sweet at that point. So you use a Brut or an Andre, and it kind of
But
tones
straight,
down.
But straight, it's not the best.
Straight, it
tasty
tastes.
stuff.
It's. I mean, some people like it, but straight, it tastes very dry.
Especially brute.
I like Brute straight. I really do.
Ugh.
Yeah, I
That's what we wanted, but Publix delivery didn't have Brut, so they gave us Andre.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, thank you.
You can if you don't enjoy you do will
She's
never
so
offend me,
polite.
but we've got multiple others up here.
Well, see, the thing is dark liquor makes me either fight or cry, and I'm not trying to do either one of these tonight on your podcast.
All right.
Fight Adam.
I've already whipped out.
Beat
a
'em up.
titty. What else do you want from me?
You whipped out
two
two.
titties.
That's right.
What else do you want from me?
To do it again.
Nothing.
Sorry.
If I didn't, you know what? Our own rules in Discord, I think, would prohibit me from posting a picture of what had happened in here earlier.
You'd have to do it in
No.
the council room.
I'd have to do it in the council room.
That's got like the not safe for work flag.
So I could
we would be
put-
safe from a Discord
let
not
me,
shutting us
let
down.
me
perspective.
hypothetically ask you a question, Josh. If our brand new Twisted 10 stickers happen to make it over, and of course, as long as it's okay with Trey, that sounds weird to ask, but just want
First,
to make
it
sure.
needs to be okay with Becky.
First of all,
Well, that's a good point.
Then
That's a
it needs to
good
be
point.
okay with Trey.
it is okay with me and me because it's my body, my choice. I do not have another man. Oh my!
Fuck
goodness.
yeah! Look at that.
I think
You-
Trey
you know
already
she's-
knows this.
she's
This
talking to
isn't
you.
new information.
What, did I offend somebody? Did I offend
No.
you there? That wasn't intentional. I was trying to be protective of.
No, you didn't offend me. I'm just being feisty because that's who I am as a person.
Oh, all right, perfect. So, so
Again,
back to the question, Josh. Would
feral
it,
fiance.
if we had nipple covers with the Twisted 10 stickers, would that be allowed in our Twisted Council room?
Are you asking me if we
Well,
should
with
do
Discord-
it? I don't know what you're
so
asking.
we
Yeah,
have
it'd
our
be fine.
settings set.
It meets the. As long. I mean, we can't have nudity in Discord. We're not
Yeah,
supposed to. So
But,
But
it would cover.
It'll be stickers.
I'm saying that's the rules. It sounds like you're asking me if I'm okay with it. I'm not sure.
No.
Go for it. Yeah, do it.
Partially that.
Throw in the council room. Let's do it.
More so for are we going to get in trouble from Discord for doing that? Is more so what I was asking.
I tell
Twitch,
you what,
we've
we are
never
going to
been into
get.
Twitch.
We're probably going to get about 300 more council members.
I think Rear Admiral Murphy Hopper said it best when she said, "It is easier to ask forgiveness than it is permission."
Yes.
Yeah, you've never had your Discord server shut down. Tried to get that shit
You've
back.
also never been to prison.
I
don't think we'd
fun
get
story
prison
about
here.
our old number one at the Worst Girlfriend Story.
All right.
Nice. All right.
All
Good
right,
list.
we're
Good
going
stuff.
back to number one and the Disney Epcot World Showcase.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the countries that didn't make it in,
That's right,
but there
we
were
didn't finish.
plans for. We'll start with one that is there. You ever notice how Germany kind of looks like the entrance to a ride and turns into a restaurant?
It's been so long since I've done the.
Yeah.
I've never
I
been to
don't remember.
Epcot. So.
The last time I went to Epcot, I did in the countries. I walked around and did the one drink from every country challenge, because that's a thing that like locals here in Central Florida know of. You're supposed to go to each country in the world of country, whatever this whole area is,
Showcase.
and get one specialty drink. Like you get a tequila from Mexico, you'd get like a Hefeweizen from Belgium.
From Mexico, because they have like specialty cocktails, right?
Number one. Number two, it sounds like y'all are mixing a bunch of different kind of like drinks and
Oh, yeah,
liquors
it's
and
rough.
like you're not supposed to do that.
But that's the challenge. You need to make it all the way around. I've never made it all the way around.
I'll do it.
Oh, that's a lot of drinking. That's a lot of drinking.
To Germany for Oktoberfest, and I made it to 6 out of 8 beer houses. So in my little ass, I am 5'3", 120. I made it to 6 out of 8 beer houses, and like they don't they give you that big ass.
It's
like,
a Stein.
yes.
Or is it the glass?
It's not a boot. So I know
Okay.
everyone thinks like, oh my god, you might drink out of the boot. I did not drink. They don't serve boots over there. A fun fact, actually.
Was it warm beer?
What's that?
Was it warm beer, or did Germany serve cold beer? Because warm beer is very popular in Western Europe.
Yeah, it was like
They're just cheap and don't want to pay for ice and
Chilled? Okay.
refrigerating.
But fun fact about Oktoberfest is actually, so America has made Oktoberfest out to be envisioned as this giant frat party,
That's what America does. Look at Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, we do that with every. That's
Yeah,
not
we
the
do.
only holiday or thing we've done that with.
and like, yes, they are right. There are beer houses, and yes, there are Clydesdales. There are people, dancing on tables and live music. Like, yes, it's all of that, but it's actually a very romantic festival.
Oh, cool.
And the reason being is because it started as a celebration of a marriage, 50-something years ago, and their marriage is beautiful, so they kept, every anniversary, they would celebrate it again. It never actually happens in October, or it's only like 1 week into October. It's September through the first week of October. And it's actually very romantic. It's like a more tasteful version of America's Valentine's Day. And so, like,
I would have never guessed Oktoberfest was like Valentine's Day.
there are roses everywhere. Everything is pink and red and white. They have this beautiful thing where you can actually, they make a gingerbread cookie and they cut it out into a big heart and they turn it into a necklace, and you write a love letter to your partner on your cookie and you give it to them, and they can either choose to wear it around all day, put it away, or just eat it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and like, so
That is, I would have never guessed that Germany's Oktoberfest would have had anything to do with marriage. I would have guessed it had to do with celebration or some kind of honorary
Tribute.
homage. Woo! Took me a minute. Homage to something in their history that I was just ignorant to, that I'm dumb fat American that I don't know anything about. But I would never guess it was like Valentine's Day. That's cool.
Actually, over in Germany, will take like buses of children
To have beer?
No, because it's pretty divided. It's pretty like half and half. A very like family oriented, like romantic, fair rides, and then there's a beer house, and then there's more romance. And
That's
there's
awesome.
more- and then there's like a Clydesdale. Like it's just you know, you have like your drunk side, and then you have like a very prominent like family wholesome like. Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. The only times I've ever been to Germany, I never got to experience anything like that. It was a different experience for me at the time, but I definitely want to go back. That's a cool part of the world. We have a friend of the show is living over there right now.
Oh, cool.
Well, the Germany ride was supposed to be a
Hardcore tangent.
I'm doing my best here.
Nah, dude, that's the nature of the show.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a riverboat ride, and it was supposed to have like fake Germany mountains and such in the background, which was supposed to spill over into Sweden, and they were supposed to have fake Swiss Alps back there. And then they were supposed to also have Australia with the Sydney Opera House, and they were supposed to have an Iran section with bazaars and Middle Eastern cuisine.
There's several insensitive jokes there, Ron. I'm surprised you didn't hop on one of those Iranian jokes.
Why? Do I tell insensitive jokes or something?
You usually are the one that would pull out the
Yes, I
insensitive
always
jokes.
yes.
Usually.
Yes, definitely.
Like, did they have a drive-by bombing in the Iranian?
This was planned when Epcot was first coming up. That was before a lot of the issues going down.
You know, that part of the world was actually remarkably different. It was very almost, I want to say almost Western European or American, even Western culture
they
at the
were
time.
Very cutting edge.
It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It was cool. Whatever. I digress. Let's not tangent hardcore. No, yeah. I am. So back in like the 50s, Iran, Iraq, several of those areas that are considered in that Mesopotamian region were remarkably advanced. It's anything I say at this point is going to sound culturally
insensitive,
inappropriate. However, they were so much far more advanced. They had women's rights. Go figure. They gave women rights back in like the 50s in Iran,
and then took them away.
Yeah. So whatever.
Well, the Middle East,
that's very sensitive,
has had a lot of libraries, a lot of knowledge. Like Arabic, our numeral system comes from that part of the world. Like the first thing ever written was by Sumerian traders. It was also an IOU because they would put rocks in clay pots and write and identify who's in it and how many were in it to identify debt or money.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
I wrote a paper on the history of communication.
He's a smart dude.
Bachelor's in business, PhD in BS.
Nice.
I have a PhD. Pretty huge debt.
Yeah.
Kids will do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we all need to just get Adam condoms or like pitch in and get
no, there's no more.
vasectomy.
There's no more children that are happening, and well, it's either condoms
All
or
the
just
ones
lack of
he
sex.
needs.
One or the other.
A 2-pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get a
We could
vasectomy.
give-
These guys have both talked me into doing the vasectomy first. Before we get it,
Well, I haven't talked to you in it because you hadn't done it.
Well, no. Have we finished? Do
Brosectomies,
you have
if
any
you
more
do 'em
countries in that group that are isolated and forgotten, or at this point?
No,
are we-
that was
There's a list?
was the entirety
cool.
of the list.
fucking great list.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. There's a lot more about Disney that I
There
I
were
had
more
never known.
twists and turns than Space Mountain.
Yeah. Oh, that
Ba-dum-bum.
I'm surprised you didn't go down the unbelievably racistly driven.
Are you talking about
water
Splash Mountain?
Splash Mountain.
They
Brer Bear, Brer
were-
Rabbit.
They
That
were
whole
supposed to replace the Song of the South with the Princess and the Frog, but they backed out of doing it.
Oh, they're not. They're keeping it as is.
Well, it's not Brer Rabbit and Brer Frog. Brer Rabbit and Brer Frog. Brer Rabbit and Brer Bear now. It's something different. It's
So
like,
they changed the theme but kept the song.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there to unpack.
Oh, because I thought they were doing Disney Princess with it or something.
I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah. You know the number one thing that disappeared at Disney that you didn't talk about is all of our fucking money.
What do you mean? Oh,
He was talking
lost
about
money?
things at Disney that left. All of our money disappears
You know what,
when
though?
we go there.
I will defend it to this point. I hate the prices. All right, let's clarify that.
All
However,
magic comes at a price.
in Florida, there is absolutely no income tax that we have to pay to the state because of our tourist tax. The taxes that the tourists pay at the hotels and the theme parks and all of the different things that make Central Florida the #1 travel destination in the world mean that residents of Florida 100% of the residents of the state don't have to pay income tax to the state of Florida. So fucking hey, that's awesome. Hell yeah, ride that train till it comes home, but bitch about the prices at the theme parks. That's what I'm. That's
We
my
pay
opinion on
income
it.
tax every time we go to fucking Disney. All this shit. That's all the money we saved.
Our tax
we
goes
just give
to
it to them.
the
We give it
real
to Disney.
governor,
the Disney
mouse.
tax. Yeah, the real governor, Mickey Mouse. You got it.
Oh, dude, that was a great list.
Thank you.
That was. We've never had a list that had boobs in it. Number one, but
Yeah.
you know, it had. Thank you. That was awesome. But that
It's
was
the Mickey shape.
that. See what you're doing there.
Oh, Mickey Mouse titties. They are beautiful.
That's where you say tax.
I don't
line.
remember.
I don't believe
I
you.
swept mine.
I don't remember. You had to show him again.
Yeah, I sweat mines for a living. I'm not touching that statement.
No, dude, that
Nice.
was a
Good
great
stuff.
list. I know it's late. Are you guys going to hang around for the after
We'll
show
hang out for a bit.
for a little bit? All right, cool. Well, that sounds good. Josh, we got any business we got to handle before we wrap up the show for the evening?
No, nothing new. If you haven't already, please go like, review, comment, subscribe. Tell us all about, how we're doing on your podcatchers, wherever you're listening to us at. Also, thanks to the council members, of course, to our council elders, T Thing 2110 and Tycho. You guys rock. For everyone on the Discord live stream, thank you so much. Truephonic for our music.
Hell yeah.
And Manscaped for sponsoring the show. For 20% off free worldwide shipping, use code TWISTED10 at checkout at manscaped.com.
Dude, he's got that down on boom. That was
I
the
practiced that in my
smoothest
sleep.
you have ever read through our business side of the show.
Business.
That was awesome.
Good stuff.
That was cool.
It's the small print that nobody listens to at the end of the radio ad.
Yeah. I'll stop the outro. What's up?
Yeah, Becky's gonna plug her wrestling
Oh, that's
career.
right. Thank you. Yeah. Hell yeah. Plug that.
So I don't know if anyone heard me on or off of Discord earlier, but I'm
Here, let's switch over to there you go to that mic because we know Discord is going to hear. Yeah, turn it to this. That one, so you got to talk into the side. It's kind of weird. But that one will pick you up too, so you'll get both recordings into there now. So
okay. So I don't know if who did or did not hear me, but hi, I'm Vet Adams, vet like the car, Adams like the family, and I am training at Deep South Wrestling with Nick Patrick as my head trainer, and I'm very excited to debut sometime soon, and include you guys in my journey. And
give her a like, give her a follow. Where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at vet VETTE _Adams ADDAMS, and send me a follow. You can also find me on Facebook. Send me a friend request, and also follow my training facility, Deep South Wrestling. You can find them on Instagram. Deep _South _wrestling.
Let me ask you this: after you get trained and you're ready to really be a combatant in your professional career, can you come back to the Twisted 10 and wrestle Ron for us? Just one.
I would
one
be
round.
happy to. Honestly, I'm ready now.
Can my one armed?
Well, we'll wait till you recover.
One
You're
leg?
obviously
Okay,
that's true.
you're one armed. I'm one leg. It's a fucking handicap
she
match.
called
Okay.
you out.
Yeah, she caught me on that one. Sorry.
She said, "Stop bitching! I don't
Yeah.
even have a leg." So
Well,
what's up with that?
Well, also with wrestling, both people have to be trained. So if y'all want to spring and get Ron trained at Deep South, the former WCW power plant, now that we could make happen.
Do you want to?
No.
Do you
I
want
have
to get
no
trained to
interest
be a
in
wrestler?
training to be a wrestler. No.
I'm loving where this is going, guys. I kind of like the idea of you training legit to be a professional wrestler.
Can do a video game competition or something.
The AEW game is not coming out for a long while. Maybe Indy 22.
Fuck. Well, regardless, go check out the links that Becky just shared with you guys.
Check out Vet Adams.
VETT Adams. VETTE, like Corvette. Okay, cool. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, that's what do they call those? What's the mnemonic device? Mnemonic device. Yeah, very good. Well, that's awesome. All right, well, thank you guys for sharing. Trey, fucking great list tonight. You knocked it out of the park, just like you always do when you come down here to visit. We have one of your shirts. I don't think we have it actually hung up on the walls yet because the walls aren't done here in studio. But I think he signed it for us, didn't he?
If not, I'll do it next time.
All right, yeah, we'll get you back in here again, I'm sure. Great list. Thank you very, very much for
Always
bringing
a
us the list
pleasure.
and introducing us to your beautiful fiance. That was very nice of you. We look forward to more encounters with you guys in the future.
Please follow Red Wrestling Twitter as well.
Hell yeah. We're definitely going to do that. You hear that? Council members, you know where to go follow. Give your girl a like and a follow. And yeah. Well, that's it. On behalf of the Twisted 10, thank you guys for listening tonight. I'm Adam.
I'm Josh.
I'm Ron.
And to our very, to our first, for our very special fiance guest tonight. There you
AKA
go.
Becky.
AKA Becky. And to our host tonight who brought a fucking great list about Disney and locals that I know here in Orlando are going to love.
I am Tall Trey Comedy. I will see y'all next time.
Where can they find you? At what?
TallTreyComedy.com has all the links to all my social media. So
There you go.
y'all check that out and stay funny, I guess.
All right, we're going to see you guys in the after show. Thank you guys for hanging out with us in Discord. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you next week.